Alrighty, folks. We're getting ready to get started here pretty soon. I would like to do some practicing for the Peeps clan. I still want to go through a couple ideas for Glitters. Maybe watch a couple Glitters games, as we do have a potential tournament coming up here soon. Not sure if we will be ready by the time the tournament is live, but we're gonna give it a shot. Sorry, I got something in my throat. We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try to get ready for that, but there's no guarantee. It's that season. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I sat through class today. I just did a lot of learning today for my job. Pretty nice. I enjoyed learning all sorts of stuff. Apparently there's a new refrigerant coming out in the industry, and this refrigerant is supposedly flammable, which is, you know, kind of concerning, I suppose, for some people. But it is like, basically they're making a ton of different rules about it, but when you go on the practical tests and actually like work with the refrigerant, it's not flammable at all. It doesn't even hardly sustain a flame. In fact, with like a high concentration of this refrigerant, it's basically just diffusing before it even like you turn off your flame after you light this refrigerant, and it doesn't keep the flame going. It just fizzles out. So it's actually really horrible. I would say it's probably less flammable than wood, but they're making all these different code changes and stuff. So we'll see how that affects everyone in the industry. But, you know, just fun stuff for me for work. And for everyone who wants to own a heat pump or an AC, you're probably gonna have to pay more for it now. So keep that in mind. It'll hit you guys, all of the consumers, unfortunately. 'Tis the way of life. It's a circle of life, or something like that. It is, if not the circle of life, it is at least life alone. So yeah, we're just gonna be waiting for some of our clan members to get in here. I am starting practice early, so some people may not make it. But that's fine. Those who can, go for it. Those who can't, cool. OP team, easy dubs. How is it that Gonk the Great is always on the games? It's like every single game I'm playing with him. Either he's always on bar, or he always gets on during the time I'm on. I don't know, I just switched to streaming bar. Join this and saw you in game. Ah, I see. Gonk the Great, doing hopefully some great things. We're gonna do maces and rocket bots combo here. Get a couple of these ticks out. Nice little harassment.
Low power. Aircraft spotted.
Nobody's out doing stuff to defend their metal extractors, which is nice for me. Okay, well, I sniped 2 metal extractors. I ain't gonna complain about that. That's good enough. Good enough for me. I'll have this guy come back and get this metal extractor. Man, I need that one too. I didn't even think of that. What I'll probably end up doing is pushing up to here and then pulling back to get some more to get my commander back here. I probably need to work on my build order a little bit for this map. Not exactly what I would like to do. It's not concise enough, I think. Retro. Well, we got trouble right here in River City, boys. Okay, we've got that under control. Finally. Definitely want to res this first. We can res those other two as well. Ah, bro, don't you dare eat my metal extractor. Hey, what up, player 3?
Yo.
Oh, he's gonna do it, isn't he? Oh, he left it. Nice. How you doing?
Pretty good. You are you streaming? Cause I'm about to mute myself unless you wanna hear the sounds of me munching.
I don't know how much people would enjoy hearing the sounds of you munching. Yeah, I am streaming. So.
All right.
Do your crunching, munching the way you want. How you want, where you want. Okay, I'm gonna rely on that guy for some wins there. And just come over and support here, I suppose.
Hello?
Hey, welcome in.
Are we having a practice session?
Yeah, we're getting ready to start one soon. I'm just doing a warm-up game right now. I would like to practice some more glitters, obviously, since we are looking at potentially doing some competitions, some tournaments in glitters. That would be good.
Alright.
We can, if we can set up a 6v6 again, that would be sweet. If we can't, then, you know, is what it is. And we'll make do with what we got.
Alright, pretty good stuff. Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Alright, because I want to watch.
Oh man, these guys are really, they have a lot of LLTs going up constantly here.
Vehicle switch maybe to Artie?
I was wanting to go for a T2 kind of quick and then go hounds That's what I would prefer to do. I'm gonna try to abuse this as much as I can. There we go, now we're able to get a little bit more damage in. This guy's got too much. Oh, he switched fire onto me. Ah. It's too much damage. Oh my word, these guys are really putting in hurt on us here. I might need only rocket bots, to be honest, to be able to spray down these guys. It's just too much damage. They're really holding. I'm very impressed, honestly, and irritated. If we can focus these LLTs, it'd be good. How much healing do they have back here? My goodness, man. Oh, and they just set up a radar jammer as well. Ow, 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 damage, damage. Retreat, out. Oh, back. I just got a lot of damage there for no reason. I gotta pull my commander back, I think. This guy is really putting in hurt on us. He has so much damage with these walls. It's not looking good, honestly. I'm liable to say fall back, honestly. Fall back here. Try our best to get as much of this reclaim as we can. Maybe even sack the comm for metal. Pause factory production. Let's go T2. We can afford it.
Enemy commander destroyed.
Okay, I'm gonna self-D my comm, I think. Ooh, solid hits.
2 unit detected.
Fall back a bit. Stay alive, boys. Stay alive.
Enemy commander destroyed.
There we go. Now we're cranking out metal. Gonna wait just a little bit longer. Wait until I get a handful more of my metal extractors up. Probably, yeah, well, maybe I should just start on hound production now. The faster I produce them, the more frustration I will cause my opponent, I'm sure. Because hounds can basically outrange anything, early defenses except a gauntlet. A gauntlet's the only thing they're gonna struggle to outrange. Okay, now we're cooking. And we've got vision. Cooking with gas. That's right. We're gonna have this guy up here ready to do some massive damage. We ain't playing around. Oh, I lost my what do you call it? Radar bot. It's not great. I'm kind of blind without a radar bot.
Air transport detected.
Gunships. Man, these guys going crazy over here. I might need a handful of shock bots or something in here. Or maybe the occasion. No. We'll go with shock bots. Yeah, I think with just like 4 shock bots, we'll be much better off. No, but they require power, and I don't have any power right now. That's not great. Ah! We're in deep trouble here. Oh, we massively destroy purple here. Just due to the fact that he doesn't have his on the heavy plasma mode. Heavy plasma is so strong. What was that guy doing? What were you doing, buddy? Okay, we need fusion reactors ASAP. We actually practicing? Yeah, we're gonna be practicing. Not sure what you mean by the term actual. Got a fat boy in there. It's not great. We've lost our radar. Oh man, we are broke right now. So broke. Oh, and we're breaking on this point too. It's not good. We need power badly. Unfortunately, wind power is doing basically nothing for us right now. We probably need a Juno as well. I don't know. We're so east all. That's just really ridiculous. Especially with how much wind we have. And now we're overflowing M by a significant amount.
You're overflowing metal.
No, it's bad. Come on, buddy. Gonna turn these guys off. We're gonna go with I think Fat Boys would be a good mix. So broke on energy, it's crazy, man, and I'm still overflowing. What's going on, guys? Can't be overflowing like this. Energy. It just meant actually I see the title but only see you so far. Oh yeah, well that's because you're not in the chat. If you're in the chat, you would see other people. They're just patiently waiting. for this game to be over so we can hop in. There we go. Now we have energy. Thank goodness. Blue's been putting pressure here this whole time. It's not great.
Jaws, do you build spy bots usually?
I do, especially if it's an emergency. I'll build them. Like if I'm worried I'm gonna die or something, you know, like high pressure situations, yes. But a lot of times it's very difficult to get spy bots up close to your opponent because you get the spam. The spam can be kind of tough. But yeah, generally I will attempt spy spots with different situations. I probably could have made really good use of spy bots much earlier than I did. Honestly, here.
Even now, I think 2 spy bots would go.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
In spam for sure.
Wait for my fat boys, my thick boys to get up here.
Oh yeah.
I'm under the opinion fat boys are slightly underused, but I don't often use them myself at all, so maybe I lie. Finishing this CS game with kids and I'll jump in. Also, we'll need to leave in about an hour to drop off the kids. Okay. Vengeance from Pooh. Slick, did you hear what I did to Pooh Man earlier?
I was watching live.
Oh, you were watching? It was so embarrassing. I could not believe that I did that. Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
But also hilarious, yes. Hilarious, but really, really sad. Okay. Come on. First Juno missile. I really need you. Oh, wait. Did he just hit me with a fat boy? Ah.
You
Guess.
hit you with a fat boy.
Oh, I hit me with the fat boy? Oh, man. How'd I manage that? Okay, here's my spy bot on the way. Let's go. I also need to increase build power around this thing. Get some build power going. My base is so dysfunctional. Oh, here we go. Okay, Juno missile in. Spy bot, or fat boys in. The spam has been quenched. Targets have been set. Attack. That did not go very well for me. This guy's range is just not great. It's kind of disappointing. Okay, spy bot. Oh, Blue. Blue, what are you doing here, buddy? I'll see you when I get home. Here. I'm glad you're not home, I guess.
hello.
Hello, hello. Just one more fat boy. That's all I
Holy,
need.
you're actually spamming him out like crazy. They're basically a tier 3 unit.
They are pretty nice. They're trying to outspam me, but thankfully with the help of those Sheldon, it's kind of unstoppable. Mess
Long-range
right there.
classic cannon detected. 2-3 unit detected.
If you get enough
Blast.
snipers out though.
That's why I'm aiming for them. Uh-oh. Target those. Target those. Man, they're really pressuring me now. Oof. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, that sniper's badly outranged.
Oh my goodness. What's going on here, folks? What's going on? So stinking many colors on this side. Chill. I think I need to rebuild forces a bit. I'm kind of low on units.
That's what nukes are for.
Okay, we're going to focus, scale. Yeah, a nuke would have been cheaper than all of my fat boy spam.
For real.
Just trying so hard to make the fat boys work. To the point where it's just not healthy. Okay, keep going. We're gonna get rid of fat boys. I know it's a sad day. We're all disappointed. Fat boys are done.
I feel like it might be tick spam time.
For sure.
Give your fat boy something to shoot.
An allied commander has died. An allied commander has died.
It's Razorback or Marauder time. That's what time it is.
Like a really expensive tick, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really impressed with the deformation there. There's just this giant line of destroyed ground. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. We'll try a Marauder push first. See what that does for us. And if that don't work, then we'll go
T3
for
unit is ready.
something a little bigger. A bit bigger, beefier. We're holding across all of our front lines, so that's good. We got a total of 7 Marauders. Ooh. Lots of damage. Are they gonna be able to hold that off? That's a lot of units. I might need to send Marauders over to help, honestly. As unfortunate as that is. they're gonna lose their front. They already have lost their front.
I think yellow might be down to base.
Oh yeah. He is gone.
Kind of looks like pink and dark red might be down to base too.
No, red. Stay alive. Stay with us. I mean, I am distracting all of the fire from his base, so if nothing else, I'm a meat shield, I guess.
It's probably good because it looks like the front line of their base is
Non-existent.
converters.
Oh man. There's so much metal there.
But you never finished claiming your calm.
I never finished my what?
In the lake?
Ooh, free snipers, nice.
In the lake? Wait.
That was like 23 minutes ago. You blew up your comm.
Oh, yeah.
There's still 500 metal there.
There is 500 metal there. Huh. I wonder what or if we're gonna do anything with that. I probably should just reclaim the corpse. Get him out of here. Yeah, I don't know what or how we're gonna be able to push through. We just need to hold, I think. We're gonna transition to... Let's do some Razorbacks, I guess. We'll do a bunch of Razorbacks. We better do something with all of our metal. Okay. Shut down the spam. Get our Marauders prepared. Push in.
Oh.
Oh, there are so many snipers here. My goodness. That's a nightmare and a half. Oh my word. That's a rough play. Okay. Wow. This is why Cortex is just so much nicer in my opinion. You can like just behemoth your way through. But sometimes
Vanguards will break all of this, I think.
oh, that's a good point. Vanguards would
I
work.
think you should look at your mini map a little bit.
I see. Oh, I see even worse. That's even more stuff to look at. Yuck. The question is, has he given up? So much pressure, man. Hello, dear. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Long-range plasma cannons are targeting the units.
It's Razorback time. Wow. Well done. Well played. I do think it's time to go to the most value,
An allied
the most
commander
high
has
valued
died.
unit in the Armada faction, which is the Thor.
Is it? I thought there was a lot.
Thor is a lot, but it's also the best value in my opinion. Because it's so beefy, it has that EMP missile on it. You can just shred everything.
That's.
What's that? Uh-oh, plasma cannons. That's not exactly
Enemy
cool.
commander destroyed.
Oh, I meant to build a shield and I built an anti-intrusion system. Ah! Man alive. Struggles. Oh wait, they pushed me. I didn't even notice. Ah. Yeah, this is not looking good for us. Blue has been a pain this whole game. Is it just me, or has Bar been getting harder over the months? At least just a
Probably
little.
has been getting hard.
Been getting a little bit harder. A little bit more toxic.
A little bit more time.
Because they're beating me.
That's not toxic.
That is the definition of toxic behavior. Oh my
Keep
word.
beating me. I don't like it.
If you guys didn't beat me, I wouldn't think you were so toxic. You could just let a man have a win every now and then. We could compromise. What can I say to convince you to take base building more seriously on a serious note? Prove to me that when your Aphis explodes, that it won't kill you, no matter what happens. If you can prove that to me, then I will take base building much more seriously. If you cannot prove it, then I will continue my disregard to people's criticisms of base layout completely. Aphis, go boom. That is all I know.
This is why I built my Aphis in somebody else's base.
There you go. Exactly.
And now you want to get a repair on that Zeus there.
Yeah, no. Oh, dude, they're throwing stinking so many snipers at us right now.
An allied
Oh man.
commander has died.
Let's go. Push in. Gotta get those
Destroyed.
snipers wiped. Snipers are doing so much stinking damage.
Man, they're like melting those
I
doors.
know.
Holy.
It's crazy. They would not.
Oh, they're dying. They're dying.
Yep, they're all
Kill
gone.
them.
But still, that was a lot of damage. Not a fan.
I'm not sure how much metal all those snipers were, but you lost 2 Thors to them, basically.
Yeah. I don't think it was a good trade.
Need more spam to counter that stuff.
Oh no, yellow's completely gone at this point. It's not good.
You know, I wonder if my base building is just as bad, or because I've never heard anything about my base building. I know it's not pristine.
It's the closer to the public eye, the more criticism. That's just life.
That explains why everybody hates me.
It does. Shields are most toxic unit in the game due to ricochets into your allies' base. You know, I actually agree with that.
I'm not sure if I should join in on this game or not, because I have to leave in.
You have 1 hour?
Minutes. I got about 45 minutes before
Uh-oh.
I gotta take them back to their mothers.
Uh-oh. No!
Oh no.
Oh well. Good timing.
That was a good time to flood in.
If it makes you feel better, Blue had 2 bases.
Oh.
Yeah, because one of their people left a while
Oh
ago.
my word.
Ended.
This man's Aphis, insane.
Holy crap.
This guy, oh my word, so many. All right, do we want to actually start a lobby? How many of us are gonna be able to play?
I got 45 minutes now, and then I'll have the rest of the night after. I
Okay.
get back.
GG, Chris. Anyone else?
I'm down.
Okay, that's 2,
And my axe.
Anyone else? What?
3. Who else playing? I'm playing.
I can play. I just got here.
Okay, cool. Most everyone in lobby? Or in the Discord? Sweet.
What are we doing?
We're gonna, well, I want to train up for the Glitters tournament if we can.
Wait,
think
when is
that-
it?
It's at the end of the month. Or sign up is at the end of the month. Ends at the end of the month.
That's not
And then it starts, when is it's like mid-February? Early February?
Something like that, yeah. Because I should be able to make it to that personally.
So we need to get like a relatively stable.
Right, we need to
point
get a
there.
stable concept as a team of how we're gonna do a 6v6 Glitters game.
I think everybody kind of knows. I mean, we know how to play,
Right.
but you know, we're gonna be down 2 people than we're used to on a Glitters map, and then we're gonna be playing teams with strategies, not pubs.
Right.
So
I'm
I
a-
was, I had like
Wait,
an
that's me,
idea.
that's me. I don't have the tag yet because I'm bad.
Wait, who?
That's
Oh,
that is player 3. I
Cactus.
just don't have the
Okay,
tag yet.
gotcha.
What? Let me see. Actually, yeah, I should change my own name because I literally haven't played.
I need to
So
figure out
long.
how to change the tag.
Like, even
Shout
if
out to
we,
the top right account,
Is that it?
recover and change.
Ah.
That's a lot easier than I thought it was.
Is it brackets or?
yeah, it's just hard brackets, not the little squiggle brackets.
It's Peep or Peeps?
Peeps with an S.
All right, Peeps. There we go.
So one thing I was theorizing in my, stupid brain,
Mm-hmm.
is possibly boosting someone like, for example, like Canyon, and have them just sprint out, maybe take like those 2 3.2 mexes, get out to the front,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody can spot them like windmills and
Okay.
stuff like that, and we can make like a quick front position that's not like hunkered down in Canyon.
Sure.
That was just one
What I found
theory
to
I
be-
had.
Very successful against me on the defensive side. I didn't actually see how it played out overall from theirs. Is 2 comms rush the canyon, the enemy canyon.
Two-
Almost nothing can hold it. You deny them all that mechs, the special extra mech spots, and you also denied the GL.
So wait, 2 comms rush the canyon?
Yep.
Okay. I think that doing some kind of rush play is really smart because canyon, there probably is only going to be one person holding canyon.
Yeah, usually it's one holding cannon, and
Right.
the person behind them doing some kind of.
The question is, what hole does that create in the rest of the map?
Oh, you don't have to hold it. You just have to deny it long enough to screw up their economy while you're building.
Also, prong everybody else to help them, so weakening all other front lines.
Possibly.
Wait,
The
couldn't
thing about-
you do the same thing with like artillery and artillery hopping along the top of the canyon?
Takes too long. You
I
need
mean
to get
like
there before they
like
build.
vehicle artillery, not like
I
actual
think
cannons.
he's talking about like marching like straight there.
Yeah, with your comms.
So with your comms, which I do like the idea. My only concern would be with the choke points. If they get a comm in there and bomb, like that's kind of gonna just stop it, and then they'll probably have something behind it, and we won't.
It's a high risk for sure.
It's kind of a high risk. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, how do we mitigate that? Like, we get like some fast units out to support that, or are we like
Well,
trying to secure an area behind that, or?
The thing about Canyon is that I don't think it needs to be rushed to fall. Defensive Canyon has like 5 less mech spots than the opposing side, so it's falling eventually either way. I
but
don't
one
think-
thing you guys I think aren't keeping into consideration is the fact that we are playing a 6v6, which means that metal extractors are probably going to be split up slightly different, so we're going to have to recalculate how
It's
many
really not that
mechs
interesting of
is.
a problem because at least the eco guy gets 2 sets of 3 or 2 sets of 6, I guess.
Okay.
If
That's
we
actually
want to
the
practice
main
this,
deal.
I would actually recommend that we make a private lobby, and we get rid of these other random people.
Okay.
I have
Sure.
some ideas.
That's kind of how I feel too. Is just like we need to actually like practice the build, like know what mexes we're taking. Like we got to know what we're doing exactly.
Sure.
And then we can
Yeah.
adapt to as
Sure.
the game.
I agree. Let's do that.
changes,
Let's
you
do that.
adapt,
Let's
yeah.
do that. Yeah, Blobson, you can throw in your 2 cents if you want. I don't mind. Let me host private.
Couldn't you just have made that lobby? It doesn't matter, I guess, but
Oh, I guess that's true.
it doesn't
No, there's
matter.
It doesn't matter now.
Boss here, so
There you go. Yeah, friends only. Then you don't need to. Sorry.
Who's Blobson?
Blobson, he hangs with me
He's
quite a
viewer.
bit.
He's also really good.
Yeah, he is a very
Do
good
we
player.
want
He
his
can
advice?
hang.
Do we
Yeah,
wanna
he
get
can
him in
hang.
here?
That's fine.
And will he join the voice?
I can invite him, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He might be helpful for us. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. What's the format of the tournament? Is it like best of 3? Is it like what is it?
I have
Let
to
me go
check.
check. Let's see.
best of 3. It's like 2 hours.
I think
I
4
mean,
front, 2
one
back
match.
is probably the play.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling that too. Like
Yeah. 'cause
12,
it-
12, and then front takes their normal big old front chunk.
So, if you guys don't mind, just a little bit of input here. So when I was in the scene a lot, here before I fucking pull the "you know who I am" card, do you guys know who I am?
I don't even know who's talking.
like respectfully, Wax now.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I remember I saw you in the mentor chat a while.
Yeah. So I used to be one of 2 head mentors for the Bard Discord, the official one, and I was heavily involved in like the tourney scene and shit. And like my peak OS is like 40. I quit the game because of toxic dickheads. I was just like over it. All the hard work I did in the Discord, people would just like shit on me, so I got sick of it. But Jaws starting this clan, I was like, sure, I might come back if people are nice. Anyway, I have spent a lot of time around like high-level players and like analyzed tourney matches and shit. So the things I say aren't just completely coming out of my ass. Is I guess all I'm saying here.
Sure.
In the last time I analyzed a team format, it was 4v4s, and those were exclusively played one way, which is 1 air and 3 aggressors. Now, obviously, when you add more players, there is more and more potential for teching, right? Those 4v4 games would sometimes go to T2, but not always. High level play and aggressive play, it's very hard to push T2. That being said, like instinctively, what I would imagine an optimal strategy for a 6v6 would be 4 front, 1 air, 1 tech. Because you have to have an air player, and I think you can get away with having a tech player.
Sure.
Well, you could have a tech player with 18 mexes in a 6v6 here.
That's actually too much. He can't.
Yeah, I
he
think
doesn't have
it'd
the
be a
E.
lot.
Yeah.
He'd have to really push hard to spend every ounce of metal, and it'd be tough to do.
It would be hard to even capture those mexes
Yeah.
within a reasonable build.
Sure.
To continue what I was saying, I think that a modified version of my like co-op strat that I would do in like the 8v8 pubs might be really nuts, but it would require the tech player to have a shit ton of responsibility and to practice a lot, a strat that's going to be very weird. How much do you guys know about like other RTS games and like build orders and shit? Vaguely familiar with like the concept?
Yeah.
I have a StarCraft 2
Okay.
background, so
Right, perfect.
Same.
So the build orders for various things are min-maxing how much resources you have and then the output and stuff. And then this game, one of the weird bits about it that's also kind of cool is how build orders are not set in stone because
Sure.
of wind and lots of other shit, right? That being said, there are still some firm-ish build orders for like 8v8 tech players. You know, like you sack your comm, you do XYZ to get to your APHIS and shit as fast as possible. And the only differentiation between those that's big is if you have access to a geo. There is a very strange you have to like get used to it curve that changes if you have someone feeding you resources, where you can ramp up much more quickly than normal. You can get to APHIS or in this case probably double fusion way faster than normal. And to get there efficiently, you have to like learn a new quote unquote build order. Because like I said, it's not the same as normal, right? Because your income is going to be different and weird. And so whoever's learning that would have to learn something that basically doesn't exist outside of the strategy.
Yeah, like the 430 T2 that I've seen, I think, on this map. Kind of.
Yeah. You can do some disgusting things, and so like you were saying, getting like 4 minutes, 5 minute at the frontline T2 units can be crippling. And depending on what you do, a very common, pretty powerful strategy is to do like 4 to 6 Tiger tanks. I think they're called Tigers, the fucking T2 vehicle tanks. You have to be very careful with those because they get they get a D-gunned pretty easily. But anything that's not a D-gun, they just fucking roll through it, right?
Sure.
Yes.
And
what about like a Tsar or a Fat Boy type of situation? Because those
the
really
issue
wreck
with
on
those-
Supreme.
like they're super good in choke points. The issue with those is the same reason that I'm suggesting a small number of Tigers is the speed. Those things are very powerful, but when you hit with like an early hard T2 hit, you need to like hit hard and like keep going, go fast, and do big damage.
Yeah, true.
And those things are just slow as balls.
Right.
And another strat that I've seen work that it's both riskier and less risky, which is to rush dragons, because you can't degun them.
Yeah, you can degun dragons.
Easily. It's hard to do.
It's hard, yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
It is a lot harder than to just hit some, fucking tigers that are running through.
Right.
So yeah, you can, but theoretically, you should be able to micro them and not get degunned. Especially because you can easily splash in like a radar ship or something, you know.
Right.
And the issue with those is they're more expensive, and if they see it coming early enough, like if they somehow get vision and they get anti-air, it can be a little rough. But
Those are like 5k each, aren't they?
they are like 5k
Yeah.
each, yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're
again,
very
if
expensive.
if you hit with those early enough, like they just die, like they just lose the game on the spot.
Yeah, you can't really do enough. They move too fast, do too much damage to
Yeah.
stop the
Exactly.
snowball from that point.
That's true.
Yeah, and so- yeah, it would be a lots of like trying to figure out what like the best thing to hit hard and fast with is. When I would do this on Supreme, I mean it's simple. You just go for either like Shivas or Razorbacks or something, you know, and you just hit that super fast off of like.
I mean,
one
honestly,
Aethys or
even
two
going
Aethys, but
even going for lightning tanks would probably be pretty decent because of the speed.
yeah, it's
Because
pretty decent.
they have like just
They come out
incredible
really quick,
speed.
too.
They come out really fast. They don't take too much for cost, and you can really put a lot of pressure with that.
I will say a large amount of like tanks, like even tier 1 tanks, can kind of take those.
True. True.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it kinda
that is
depends
true.
on what they're building.
Like
If they go on
Janice's or something.
bots-
Yeah.
If they go on bots and they got grunts or pawns, then there's no chance. Like those trucks will just smack them.
Right.
But if they're going vehicles, they stand up pretty well. The medium, like the stouts and stuff, they all stand up pretty
That's
well.
a good
to
point. That's a good
Yeah,
point. Whereas
that's-
tigers are gonna be much more.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, tigers are very resilient. Yeah.
Are we sure about tigers or bulls? Because normally when I'm thinking a deep push with tanks, I'm thinking bulls for the extra DPS.
I like bulls, yeah, because they do more damage. Aren't they a little quicker than tigers as well?
No, tigers are faster and
Tigers
have
are
an extra
faster.
like 1,000 health, but bulls do like 1.5 times much damage, and they've got that huge AOE. Like tigers are what I hold the front line with. Bulls are what I carve a swath of destruction with.
Yeah, I think bulls will be better for carving.
Bulls are better at fighting.
Yeah.
Bulls are better at fighting, but the tigers are better at just fucking running at their base, and they can't do anything about it. Because they're tankier, they're faster.
1 second.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're looking to get
opposite.
the eco, right? Like,
Because yeah, like the idea is that you hit their tech player and then they die. You just have to do enough damage with that push to end. Something that you could do to not put all your eggs in one basket is you could crank out like 5 or 10 tigers or whatever we decide on, and then like keep teching.
yeah, like
I'm
kind of
not
stop
sure.
there.
Like,
and
yeah,
then,
there's lots
yeah.
of there's lots of strategies and lots of ideas, but all of this is hinging on the backs of 4 players that know how to fight aggressively with their comm and send resources back,
Mm-hmm.
and to just like get it super quickly. And like I said, it would just take some practice, and then as I said before, I quit for a while, so I'm actually not sure what the best like payoff is for the strategy right now. I don't know what what's meta.
Right now, it looks like just really quick on the side of like bulls versus tigers. Tigers are a bit more energy dense, whereas bulls are a bit more metal dense.
A lot.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
metal dense.
Yeah, a lot more
Because
metal
why-
dense.
it's
Exactly.
marauders, to put it in perspective.
Yeah, bull is basically a marauder on.
And twice the
I don't
build
care.
cost.
Yeah,
Almost
I mean,
twice
if
the
you're
build
getting, if you're
cost.
getting a fusion or something, it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Right. I think I think going for the energy dense unit would probably be better.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. All right,
Like I
so
said,
like
the one that I have practice with is the tigers, or going straight for like the basic tier 3 ones,
Right.
depending on which faction. But
so we want 4 aggressive fronts, an air player, and then the tech guy is gonna try to rush.
Now, with the tech
Tigers
position,
is-
I wanted to ask, what is the theoretical pathway to that tiger push?
yeah, like, do you mean like geologically through the map, or what do you mean?
Like, what all will be expected from other players in getting to that point?
Okay, yeah. So if you recall, Jaws, this would be 4 players doing the thing that I did would do on straights playing frontline, where you play super aggressively with a small number of units. Usually like heavily relying on like mace and centurion,
Sure.
or thugs, and you just like heal them and play super aggro and send as much resources as you can back to that player.
Okay, so you're feeding them as much as you
feeding
can.
them as much as you can. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're also like donating like energy and shit because they won't be able to keep up normally. So you like donate them wind and shit and so the idea for them is they're able to get a huge amount of centralized build power super quickly, and then just ramp insanely fast. Because as we all know very well, eco is exponential in this game.
Right.
So here's a thought. What if you have one of your frontliners go Cortex vehicles while your techers go in Armada for the cheap wind, and then just like pass Con back third thing out of the lab?
That could work. I also think that pairing the frontline players, like one Cortex vehicle and one Armada bot player together, because the best units to like skirmish with and fight with are thugs and centurions and tanks, right? But I mean, obviously those are not of the same faction, and having like some wait, what are we doing again?
Sorry.
Having some artillery and having, you know, having both is really, really helpful. You always need res bots, and you always need thugs, and you want thugs and pounders, but yeah, you know, it's just like the basic strategy of just like healing up those units and playing really aggressively, trying to like fight for every mile, every inch, you know. And then instead of investing that on yourself, you just spend the bare minimum to keep going and keep it stable while sending a lot of it back.
So Wax,
It does make
What
sense because
about-
like go ahead, sorry.
what about a switch strategy, a fake out? So for example, going hard on early bombers or something. So they build a wasteful amount of anti-air and never make another air unit.
I mean,
I've heard of
air
stuff
units are
like
used for
that,
the whole
yeah.
game. Air units are you just need them the whole game, because at any point, if you are able to like scout places that don't have air, like they just die. 'Cause you always need an air player, and so like the amount of vision you get, and the amount of like they're just it's too fucking good. It's too good. I kind of don't think you can afford to not have an air player.
That's an interesting theory, though, because think of the amount of fighters that cost tied to that. What if you invested the exact same amount in anti-air? What would that play look like? You know, like as far as would you get an
fighters are
insane
just
amount
a
of
shitload
value?
better than like static anti-air.
Yeah, like way better.
Mass for mass, they're way better.
And
they're
the other
everywhere as opposed to small
and
locations.
and bombers are fucking cracked. Bombers are
Right,
so
right.
good.
I'm just thinking like the amount of anti-air you could produce, the amount of shredders would possibly knock out almost any amount of bombing runs. Like I've seen some pretty insane anti-air plays that people have done on their eco line where I've tried bombing run after bombing run and they just wipe them out of the sky before they get anywhere close. So
But yeah, but
it's just a
cheaper to
theory.
do the same thing with fighters.
Right,
Can I
okay.
intervene?
Sure.
They will if we decide not to go with an air player, they will know at the start of the game when that first scout just flies over all factories
Sure.
and sees that there is no air lab.
Yeah.
And after that, 3 bombers is all that's needed to destroy all wins. on
True.
our side.
Right. Yeah, you do. You
Yeah.
definitely would. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And also having just like 5 shuriken or something to defend leaks and shit is just it's so useful.
Invaluable,
Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Well,
it's
I like
so good.
I like having like we could have a standard game, and then we can have like this one where we try to like get these tiger tanks. But I think we definitely need to practice the
Yeah,
Tiger Tanker,
what I
little
think we
rush
should do
thing.
is just kind of do a practice run through, see how we build up, see if there's any notes we need to add, kind of solidify what mexes go where, and then kind of theorize on strategies for each position. You know.
Is
Yeah,
he
I
locked
think
in
that's
here,
the
by the way?
correct order.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, I'm in here. Can you
Oh,
hear
what's
me?
up, bro?
Yeah. What's up?
I mean, yeah, I'm just listening, but like, I feel like I mean, I played in tournaments already. If you're not aware, and I feel like most of what you guys are talking about is just gonna become irrelevant. Where you should be prioritizing things that aren't dynamic, if that makes sense. Things that you're gonna do no matter what,
Yeah,
right? Like you're not gonna.
I agree with.
You're
yeah, I
talking
agree with
about
that.
like units and stuff, and that's kind of just play by play, and it's not really gonna. Once you get into the tournament and you're like stressed and stuff, you're not gonna be putting into action these ideas of like whatever bowls and
What do you
hounds.
mean? Like,
Whatever.
we're talking about a specific all-in strategy.
I think it's too
Yeah,
early for
that's
strategy
what I'm
to-
saying. Is that's like a dynamic. Like instead, you should be talking about who's going to play in which spots and like who's going to build wind, who's going to be like eco managing, who's going to be microing which units, who's going to be doing air, who's not going to have labs, stuff like that. That won't be dynamic.
I mean, I think that just also has to be talked about.
So
And then once you figure that out, you'll know what your role is. Then you can think about what units you
Yeah.
want to build in that role.
I get what he's saying.
I think, yeah, it's almost like the
first.
cart before the horse type of thing. is
Yeah, like
what we're
I
talking
agree.
about. Yeah. So, and that leads me to think, well, then we should possibly do open lobbies, auto balance off, and play through some game. Well, or maybe maybe leave it closed for now. Run through a couple matches of us playing through our roles, and
Yeah,
then
the next thing I was going to ask / talk about is who wants to have which role.
sure.
Do we
Can
know
you
which 6 people we're planning on playing with?
You can have subs too. But
It's probably going to be pretty. It's going to be. I haven't chosen anyone in particular yet. I don't even know if we're going to do it. Part of this is determining, are we going to be able to do it? Are we going to be capable of doing it? Are we going to be practiced enough to do it before we even go and sign up, right? So we don't have anything set yet.
Can you start the lobby just so we can draw on the map and stuff?
Sure.
Just so we can visualize.
We need to move someone off the team.
No, that's fine.
Practice mistakes. Or we're not actually gonna run it.
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, that's fine.
Just
Or just I can spec. How about this? I'll spec.
Just to like talk about.
And this is
who gets
another
what
thought.
mixes.
We might actually want someone who is. Well, actually, that wouldn't work. Never mind, because you can't really spec a tournament, can you?
Well, also, I mean, if we play, you're playing for sure, right, Jaws?
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing. I don't really care. It kind of just depends on who wants to play, really, and who's willing to play. If there's 6 of you guys who really want to do it, and you guys, I'm willing to give it up. If someone
that
wants a
makes sense.
chance, I don't mind.
Yeah, I enjoy like teaching and coaching more than playing, so I can take it or leave it. But
well, we'll get to
I
that when we
haven't
get to
played
that.
consistently in a while, so I don't mind either.
Let's talk. So our 4 normal front spots, right? We're doing like 1, 2,
3, 4. Yeah, I think that's good.
yeah,
and then what are we doing? Like 5, 6.
Yes, I think this is the best layout to do.
So then we're doing. They move this way,
yeah.
and they move this way, and then everybody else is just front.
Forward.
Yeah.
Here's what I like to.
just
I'd
draw
like to.
that I think it's because I don't like this at all. I just want to draw. I just want to put my 2 cents in, and then you guys can do whatever you want. But the commander should always be in the front. There's no reason to have a commander in the back. then you should have at least 2 or 3 people building a lab together. So you should have it like this.
Together, you mean like starting on the outside and meeting in the middle to share build power?
So you want your strongest force to be in the middle, so you can adapt.
Yeah.
Like they might do a cheese move.
Right.
So if you have all your power in the middle, you can move to the sides. And the geo is going to be your most important increment in like getting your energy and getting your tech online. So you want the mid to be covered the strongest.
That makes sense.
And
So-
all of this will be very easily denied by like a competent team because they're gonna put artillery on this hill like 100%. Like, there's no way that they don't do that. So this is gonna be your strongest part that you want to control is gonna be here.
So basically counter to what they're doing.
It's mostly counter to what they can do. They
Mhm.
might not do it, and then you can adapt. But you don't want to be vulnerable to something that is gonna put you out of the game very quickly. Right?
Sure.
So we're talking about 2 people like starting here ish.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want 2 or 3. So the air person wants to start in the back because you can't have 3 people in one spot, and then they'll get the max, and then they can build energy. Because at the beginning, you want just one person building energy, so that the people in the front can build their labs and expansion faster. But you definitely want one lab at least that has 2 people building it, so it gets built twice as fast. And that lab can be like an air lab, or it could be a bot or vehicle lab. I think vehicle, or you could flex between vehicle and air.
Interesting.
So you would have this person walk up
Sorry, guys, I got a thing going on.
after building enough energy for most players. So this guy is probably just building wind. And this is where it gets, this is the interesting part I was trying to talk about earlier, where there's roles, where you might have like 2, or you could have 2, this guy could walk over and you have a lab that's just pumping out that build power, and then you have a constructor come back and then build like a nano. Then this guy helps with the nano with the commander, but you want all the commanders walking to the front. That's the most important part, is you want a nice spread of commanders.
Just like 6
moving.
commanders across the whole thing.
Yeah, you want someone in the back with their commander.
Now, would you want to give up one of those commanders to someone else to like focus on a certain area in the front line, so that like say Eco doesn't have to keep popping up to, well, I guess Eco might sack his comm anyway, but like, you know, air player doesn't have to keep looking up at where his commander's at, doing back and forth action all over.
You could absolutely just share it to somebody who's going to use it offensively.
Yeah. The other thing is, at least when in my team in the tournament and the games we played with like against like Ragnar's team and Mighty Sheep and them, the people, you only usually have 1 or 2 labs at a time as a team. So it's not like you have an air designated air player. Usually you just, as a team, you decide, oh, we're gonna go air, and everyone hops on board. So like at the beginning, you would make everyone's, like, you're getting the energy, everyone's pumping you with resources, and you're getting the build power. That's the most important.
And what format was this tournament?
6v6
On glitters? Okay, yeah.
on glitters.
So
Damn, yeah. I haven't
basically
seen any
you're
of these tournaments, so
limiting.
I need to go, I need to like go watch fucking tournament footage.
Yeah, you guys might want to, after you get the ideas of what you want to do, you should watch the finals of some of the tournaments and like try to see yourself in their position, You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
imagine.
The kinds of strategies he's talking about, I've literally just never seen this shit before because I've never watched 6v6 glitters competitively. So like, I honestly should just fucking say never mind everything I said until I
So
go look at shit.
So basically, what you're saying is minimizing the amount of labs we actually produce and maximizing the amount of units instead.
It's on a smaller map that's more important, but for this, it's more about just your expansion, the speed of expansion, because there's so much expansion.
Sure.
So that's why you want to get a lab. Probably, I mean, air is kind of like for your cheese, and then you can scout and see if they have air.
But you would always open vehicle, right? Because of how
Yeah.
fast you can get more maxes out.
Yeah, I would say almost probably just have
Yeah,
a vehicle lab here in the center.
So-
then you're like
to open bots. No, there's
you
no
got
reason
all
to.
the expansion going out from there.
So essentially, you'd have some commanders just pushing to get as many mexes pushed forward as possible. A couple other commanders working on building a lab, building energy production, and then sharing units out to the rest of the team, and then just like compounding that growth from there with constructors and stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, everything that he's talking about is like on the foundation of the fact that if you're able to get a factory up sooner than your opponent and start expanding with more build power and more movement, especially the movement part, because commanders are slow as balls, like you're just gonna win. Like if you double build a fac or triple build a flag, have you ever seen triple or is it just only double?
A flat?
A fabricator factory. Sorry.
Oh. This is what we did in the tournament. We had three. It was a 4v4 tournament. Or no, was it 5? It was 5v5 tournament. We just had 3 people started on a lab, and we got second place. We lost the Sheep's team. But we had units out so fast. We had 2 people microing ticks, and then we would harass them, and they're still building their lab. And like taking out their wind and stuff, because our units are so much faster than theirs.
Makes sense. You're centralizing everything, basically.
Yeah, less initial spread means it's easier to protect what you have as well.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't want to fucking cancel practice, but I feel like I need to go watch footage before I say shit. Like,
Well, we can
there's
still
things that
we can
develop.
still do some like general gaming tonight, you know.
Yeah.
Lubricate our fingers.
I have to be back because I gotta take my kids home, but I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, Snake.
Be right back.
All right. Well, do we want to try to get a 6v6 glitters going?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and end the battle. Oh, I can't vote because I am specking.
Between the players that we have here, who thinks that they want to like eco?
I was gonna say make Snake do it, but Snake's not that good at eco. I can do it. I'm decent at eco. It's just it depends on whether or not I would be needed on the front line or not. You know.
I mean, every role is important.
Right.
So, I mean, it might be best for you to do it, if for no other reason than I know that you're gonna complain the least when I bitch at you on how to play.
Oh, I won't complain.
That's what I'm saying. You'll bitch the least.
Oh, there we go. Nice surrender, folks. Excellent job. First loss versus inactive AI.
We take 113 damage.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, I'm just actual garbage at eco, unfortunately.
I mean,
To be clear,
are you in the lobby?
yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
I am
Player?
Cryptos.
Yeah, I'm gonna rename him in
Yeah,
Discord.
I should probably rename. Yeah.
You're fine.
Profile.
Yeah. MBT, if you, you're muted. Can you change your name as well if you're there?
No. MBT gets to keep his name because that was his original name for Bar, and he's famous.
Wait, then why is he Blobson now?
Because he had to change it because it's ask him in a private message. He'll let you know all about it. All right. Let's make me boss, please. Let's get some gaming going. Oh, Snake is AFK. No.
Fine, you can have my vote.
I'm gonna have to spec him first.
So what if your teeth were flaccid until you got hungry?
We're flaccid?
Yeah.
Wait, what does
You had an
flaccid
option.
mean again?
Oh my god.
Soft.
Oh, soft. That would be very weird. I guess it would keep you from eating when you shouldn't eat.
You would sound different when you talk, when you're hungry and when you're not.
It's cursed.
Flaccid.
You might want to rename the lobby too. I'll be right back.
There we go. No one will ever know our conspiracies. Our conspiring.
I don't know, man. When they see 5 people with the same tag on one side, that I feel like they might draw some conclusions. I would draw some conclusions.
What could possibly go wrong? No, what we need to do is we need to get the Grumps and fight against them. That would be the best possible thing to do. Oh yeah, I forgot we're still locked. I need to unlock. There we go. OP wall strats for tourney. Are you talking about the fact that I abused the power of the wall? The walls are definitely underused in bar. Although I've been seeing a lot more people using them, which is annoying.
I've never seen a tier 2 wall.
Tier 2 walls, I think those are mainly for defending, like, pulsars.
Yeah, they
Or-
can block shots, but not much is tall enough to shoot over it from this.
Yeah, like a pulsar specifically. Or,
Shoot over them, yep. They also stop a bunch of T3, I think.
right, they
Not
do.
all T3. But
Marauders would never be able to
Marauders.
push you, really. I don't think can Razorbacks. I don't remember if
think they can.
Razorbacks can push through them. So that's something with like Canyon. If you have the chance, could be a somewhat viable strategy to keep from getting Marauder rushed or whatever. But I don't know.
yeah, I've only ever seen them on like long C for Isthmus
Mhm.
to stop Marauder rushes.
Yeah, or protecting like geothermal plants and stuff.
Yeah, geoprotection.
Long feet. No one else. Okay.
Wait, what? What are you laughing about?
No, nothing. No.
Okay.
We're a family-friendly show here.
That's true. That is true. I have a feeling we're not like in this format. I have a feeling we're not going to get a chance to actually start this lobby because everyone's going to see a 5 stack of people and be like, nah. So we would have to auto balance, I think.
If I see a 5 stack, I know I'm either about to like win real hard or lose real hard.
Yeah.
One of the two's gonna happen. No middle ground.
Blobson, I can play with 6 comps.
We should get the Grump boys for scrim.
I know. If we get the Grumps together, we'd be able to. Problem is getting everyone coordinated to do that might be kind of tough. I could talk to Duffy, see what he says.
Blobson would play with 6.
Maybe not on our first practice.
Yeah, he'd spawn all of his comms right next to himself and kaboomy. Renamed to Peeps versus 6 people. I don't think that's gonna help us get a lobby started.
I wonder how cursed it would be if we played like 4v2 with Blobson and I having a 50% increased resources.
That would definitely be overpowered for you guys, and you would win. So
I mean, I didn't say double. I said just 50%.
I know. That's all. That's all he needs. We're halfway there.
In other words, we get one guy that does not know what they just got themselves into.
Yep.
Or Hexex.
Yeah, I think it would be good to do a couple run-throughs, just us solo, seeing how the idea of like sharing commanders plays out. Just get used to that feel of a game.
Agreed.
It would be
We have
good.
a lot of just dry practice
Right.
to do.
Right. Let alone facing another team doing it as well. Be pretty tough.
I feel like I mostly just need practice, period.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've played this game like 10 times in the last 6 months, and every single time I was drunk.
Oh man.
That's how I overcame the toxicity.
Oh, I see.
For Waxnell's point.
By getting intoxicated yourself.
Yes. I also feel like I got a little bit of a General Grant thing, right? I'm a lot more willing to send tanks to their deaths when I'm not sober.
That's super valid. Yeah.
I keep
it just stressed me out because of how much effort I was putting into like making content and helping people and organizing shit. And then every time I would look in the like high level player Discord and shit, they're all just calling me a fucking nerd, but like in a mean way.
Oh,
That's
I'm
why I
sure.
don't look at high level Discord.
Yeah, I haven't looked in there. I think I left. Did I leave? Hold on.
What Discord is it?
I'm also just not high level, so.
I did not leave. Oh god, I don't want
Is
to look
it
in
Bar Pro League?
There. It's the Bar Lounge Invitational.
Lounge Invitational. Okay, I probably am not in there then.
I mean, I'd offer to invite you, but you don't want to be in there.
I don't want to be in there. I'm sure I have been brought up on occasion.
I'm half tempted to like search your name, but
It would be fun to see what people think.
let me. Okay.
I'm always curious what kind of reputation I've inspired. Hey, what up, Yami? Welcome in. We're just kind of messing. We're messing around, trying to practice some.
We got a My Sheep quote.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, let me post it in the clan chat.
Crayon eater. Oh, that's funny. Well, if that's the worst they do, then we're looking great. Is there a schedule for the practices? I'm always getting home from work and seeing, or something mid to late stream. Yeah, there is a schedule. If you join our Discord, let me post links. For some reason this doesn't post on the YouTube side. And just click that link and you'll be able to join the Discord and you can see the events that we have, and the events are for practices as well as other things.
Yeah. All right. I'm done living in here. I gotta get out. I'm like I can feel it.
You can
Corrupting
feel it
me.
all coming back.
Oh god. I got 2 medium funny things out of it, and then out of there.
See, this is why I don't try hard. Also because I can't. That's definitely a skill issue involved. Like,
Oof.
I try as hard as I can, and that's why I'm 23.
I could probably help you out. Same with Jaws, I'm sure.
Oh, hi, Robert.
You have, as a matter of fact, in the past.
Oh,
Back when I still
do-
posted replays in Mentor chat.
Oh yeah, no, I have helped you, haven't I?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Although I've only posted, I think, 3 replays in Mentor chat ever, so...
I hope I was helpful back then.
Yeah, probably. I remember my first and possibly second. I think Goopy did one of them.
Yeah.
Someone else. I think you might have been involved in one of them as well, and I definitely fixed my build order.
Your name was vaguely familiar.
You might have also just drunkenly run into me. Or when I was the drunk one.
It sounds possible.
Hey,
So-
Robert, you gonna hop in and play some, or are you just specking? There we go. Attaboy.
I guess I could.
Hey.
I don't feel welcome here.
Savory.
It's too many peeps in here.
What are you talking about? You are a Peeps, remember? You filled out the form. You fill
You're
out
right,
the
I
form,
was.
you are now
I
a
was
Peeps. You're
Numero uno.
a dual clan member. Which is probably against some terms of service. Somewhere.
Nope. My clan didn't make one of those. So I think it's fine. Yeah, if I were to put 2 clan tags, it would be, I would literally just have to go down to Robert, and that's it. Or Robot, one of the 2. Or I could shorten it even shorter to RR03.
Peeps actually goes way back. Peeps goes back to when I was a very small young man.
I remember the story, because you told
Did you
me.
enjoy marshmallows a lot?
I think it did have something to do with the Peeps marshmallows, yes. But I don't remember exactly. It's been a minute. Just need one more person. Hey, there he is. All right, let's do this.
I think we can be on the same team. It will be balanced.
You sure?
I think so. Looking at the numbers, it would definitely be very neat.
I'm
Are you
doing a
going
balance
up?
right now. This balance is 12% deviation.
It's because of Blobson and
And also a
True.
5 and a 3 and a 9.
Yeah, there's 3 people in here who do not know how to play the game, at least.
So I
I don't know, man. They got the chevs that they.
no,
might
if I
just secretly
swapped
know.
with Robert, it would still be pretty bad, I think.
I got that backwards.
I
It's
wondered
the-
if you partied up,
And whatever.
like,
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
that would be.
We'll
a
just
little
do it.
overcome.
We're just gaming anyway. We're not doing any like
Oh.
detailed strategies yet.
My number is simultaneously deflated and inflated because I am hella washed, but that number is nowhere near my peak.
Yeah, it could just be like the French people who seem to always do 5v5s every day. It's like
Is
the
that a
same
thing?
peop-
I
Yeah,
don't even know what's going on.
same French people not do a 5v5 for like a few games, and they'll have auto bounce off and just you know, force people to other teams.
Maybe someone can
Honestly.
explain why is it that some lobbies I'm at like 15, other lobbies I'm at 20 or 25.
Small team and large team OS split.
But I only ever played 8v8 until like this week.
Please choose your starting.
That'll be a large team, and then the other one, because of this, I think this counts as small. I think. I don't know what the cutoff
Oh,
is.
so it. Oh, wait, I remember. It's the low end of the uncertainty. It doesn't know how I would perform. So it's such a wide window to catch the bottom end, right?
Yes.
That's how the math works.
I think so.
Oh. Right.
Raptor, how was the outsmarting the barbarians?
I did it in 40 minutes.
Nice.
Well, yeah, you guys were ranting about that. How did that go?
Well, I was doing it on brutal, and I may or may not hate myself now.
How much of a penalty is brutal? Like 20%? Worse?
Brutal is 50. They get a 50% bonus
50?
boost. Yeah. I was doing okay. It's just like I can't get into C fast enough to prevent them from just bombarding me from C. Everything else I'm fine at. It's just trying to get into C fast enough to either prevent them or just stop them is just almost impossible without that reclaim. Ugh, so painful.
Yeah, I find
Did it
I
about
find
10
it
times.
difficult to. I can win the engagement. I can outplay, or I can, in some way, just win. But I
Battle
can't
started.
secure the area for the reclaim, and then they just res everything, and I'm dead in the next wave.
Yeah, that's what was happening with me on brutal. When I did a normal, I just pushed front, since that front player or that front person always goes there. The first AI that you meet, like on the path, is
Low
the air
power.
player. So just AA bots, and you can push through that, and then it's the other two you gotta worry about. Still took me 43 minutes though. This is probably gonna be a bad play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Already lost the game, guys.
I already did too, so that makes two of us.
I'm throwing. What is this, first game, third, fifth? I don't know. How many others did you guys do, Jaws?
Oh, this is like the second game of the night for me, and the first game of most of everyone else.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Yep, too slow. That's my fault.
You've received new units. Aircraft spotted.
I'm back, boys.
Welcome back, Commander.
I'm in pain. I thought the 6v6 format for that tourney was interesting, especially on glitters. I know why they did it though. It's a lot easier getting 6 people than a full team of 8.
Yeah, and it probably makes glitters a bit more interesting as well, because we're so used to the 8v8 meta that it'd be hard to break out of it. Well, possibly. I mean, pro teams are gonna find a way to break basically anything. So.
Are you guys actually practicing like some concepts then right now?
Mm-hmm.
We are?
We are.
Well, some
Well,
of us are, clearly.
I mean, I am. I don't know what you guys are doing.
No, Now, who's actually practicing them? Who knows?
You've received new units.
What the heck?
What?
You just gave 2 people a commander!
Oh,
You gotta be kidding me. What the heck is this? I bet you Blobson did that.
Enemy commander destroyed.
We're just theory testing here, okay? No big deal.
No, double commerce. How about that?
Oh, that was a bad idea.
Hello, dear. Hello, baby. Hey, baby. She's so cute. Ah, such an adorable little child.
Low power.
Definitely wasn't me that forgot to put the radar. I'm like,
I am no longer certain what is going on here. Just fair
Don't need to
warning.
be.
Might be very dead too.
whoa, look out.
What the heck is that overshoot?
I don't know what he's trying to do. When he dies, it won't
And remember the meta, boys. Remember the meta. I am so broke right now. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but you don't have anything to buy but windmills, so you're fine.
Well, okay.
One base down. I think I'm about to go kaboom.
An allied commander has died.
There's the kaboom.
I'm nowhere near that. Someone else can have it.
I'm going to boost
It's-
up for a moment. Go charge. Boom. I could see this being extremely oppressive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's interesting because it's like you're not used to playing that way, but it makes sense.
No, that's what you're doing.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What am I doing? I'm over here having a party.
Oh, those Janices are gonna have a party with you.
Yeah, don't manage Pokemon.
Yeah, Yeah, we're gonna need pretty clear rolls and stuff.
Oh god, I'm so fucking out of practice, man.
Perfect. Perfect
Ay, ay,
opportunity.
Disgusting.
Now this is where problems may have occurred that we might need to fix here.
You okay over there, Wax?
I'm kind of dying because I'm so fucking rusty.
Well, they're not chasing anymore. I have turrets up. Fall back a little bit, they'll repair you. Oh.
I think that's everybody.
Oh shit! Oh, double shit! Oh, triple shit! Damn! Well played. Did not see that coming at all.
Well,
That
oh, he
was,
degunned all of your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, rough.
Oh, now I'm getting bombed.
Tricky, Robert.
Try to spice up some gameplay.
Oh, sorry. This is supposed to be family friendly, isn't it?
We need
Oh,
like a
no.
of holy beaver huck.
You've received new units.
I'll be pushing soon.
Oh,
Don't know
oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
Careful.
Wait, who's even playing air on your team? Oh, never
That's
mind.
a good question, isn't it? Ah! Stop it! You psychos.
Low power. You've received new units.
Yo, this guy, what a legend.
Under attack. Wax.
So we are.
Air transport detected.
Trying to let my dudes die where you can defend it. I'm not gonna accomplish much anyway.
T2 unit detected.
I wonder who's air on your team, Jaws.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't.
We don't have a air player.
I can tell.
We just have players.
One amorphous blob of a player. We have no designation.
Commander destroyed.
You have artillery. Tier 2 mobile artillery.
Oh boy.
Agreed.
Where is this? Oh, there it is. Sweet.
Oh, and someone else started playing that. Nice, I can try to get that thing. Bots, pretty sneaky. Oh, they're rare. Okay. Of course they do.
Ooh, boy. Ah, you still got it. Damn. Well played.
Is this what we would consider scorched earth?
This is what I would consider losing slowly. But that's just me.
Yeah, the middle lane is just gone.
Oh, shit. The rest of my team's doing alright. Cool. Just me that sucks.
Retreat! Retreat! Yeah, we're doing all right, at least. Doing all right. Oh no. Oh no. Ouch. Oh no. Ouch. Ah! Damage on the front, boys. Damage on the front. Corpse down.
That is a lot. Oh boy, that is a lot. Oh, I should probably,
An allied commander
yeah.
has died.
I set my energy share too low.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I couldn't degun. That was.
Yeah, I bumped mine up a bit after the first little section because I was like, man, I probably need a little bit more than that. You know, if wind wasn't such a pain in the neck.
I don't even have enough
Only
energy
30
for my own
KE.
team.
Yeah, that is pretty cheap. That's a good point. Didn't even think about the fact it was only 30k.
Oh my gosh, lol.
What are you guys laughing at? That's a lot.
We're mass nuking you guys. So.
Oh, is that what
whoops,
the
did I
plan
say that?
is?
That would be very unfortunate.
It wouldn't be unfortunate. It's no big deal. I'm not worried about it. Easy.
I see a good mass of air on their side.
Yeah, you do. That's right, buddy.
We got Sheldon's.
the maze mill, or the mill maze. Yes, exactly. It's a good way to trap a commander.
An allied commander has died.
Contours around with transporters to speed up. I think I'd rather just put T2 or T1 or T2 constructors to follow, to be honest. Look at this guy. Oh, my E situation's so broken right now. Come on, I just need a little bit more.
Oh, this fucking. God damn it.
You're overflowing metal.
Oops, what am I doing?
Gonna want some there.
Oh, we're maxed out. Oh no. Oh, there's a lot of anti-air over here. We're in trouble, boys. They're chipping away. Wait, what kind? What kind?
Any.
Any? Okay. Are
T1
you?
would be nice though.
Are you wrecked? Do you like? Are
I have
you?
nothing. I
Are,
have literally nothing.
okay. Yeah. Here.
Thank you.
Here, this will give you some stuff
Oh.
as well, because you can just instant. Bring your sliders up a bit. We also should try to get some anti-air on the front line here. That way we can chip away when they're doing stuff like that.
T3 unit detected.
That's probably less than ideal.
Ruh-roh.
Yellow bush.
That's not good.
Nah, sure is not.
Their eco player must have been ecoing a bit there.
Nah, none of those.
Oh man. Well, you know, in retrospect, not so bad for a first attempt. I will say that. not so bad for a first attempt. And if I had smoothed things out a little bit earlier in my planning and all of that, we could have done even better. But
I mean, calling what I did half-assed is generous. Like, that was unfortunate.
Low power. Warning. Your team is down to its last commander.
yeah, we did really quite well on the front line, but that's kind of to be expected with the amount of units we had are up there. Shrimple win. A shrimple win.
Did Gong say that?
Yeah, that was Gonk.
Look how well I know him.
I've never heard of that. Never heard of anything like that in my life, but...
He heard it from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We can just resign. We're done.
Connection attempt from Sucks Tactics.
That's it. I'm gonna wipe out the rest of your errors. Your air players there. Yeah, get wrecked! Get wrecked! Die, suckers! Oh, they're still alive, but not alive. Interesting. That was so sad. It was a desperate attempt.
GG's.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
That
I
was
messed it
painful
up.
for you.
I messed it up pretty bad. I'm sorry, man.
Battle ended.
God.
But now that I
Loading on.
now that I understand the strategy, it does. I think I can do
That
better.
double Tom rush was pretty good.
Pretty tough
No,
to
it
hold.
wasn't. I had no idea what I was doing.
I mean, you did good. You were able to degun Raptor's stuff, although he just built another one like behind you when you walked past. But
Yeah,
other than that,
Other than the fact that what I did didn't work.
yeah. I was just.
But also with if you aren't used to rushing your commander and like using him as your only unit and it
Yeah, it's a
turning
lot-
this
it's a lot
into a
different.
MOBA, it really is challenging. But
Yeah.
I did so bad that game. Even though it looked like I was doing good.
we lost people
Blobson
sad.
was scaring me.
I was so rusty. It's so painful.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
also just
good.
put so many tanks in front of D-guns. That was bad.
Rushing your commander requires E available or it's a lost
their
comp.
Czar.
Yep. Yep.
Jaws, you did lose your commander to my 6 hounds. He just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
while I shot you to death. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's because I was like, oh well, there's no way I'm gonna outrun those. I guess I'm gone, you know, and I'm just gonna focus on the back line.
In my opinion, you just cloak and then walk as close as you can to him. With
I
whatever
dare you
energy
to
you
do
have.
sliders 0.
I need to go fucking make something to eat. Ugh.
Do it. Get some food.
God.
Gobble,
I
gobble.
feel like that gave me some sort of crippling disease, I think. Playing. I can't be perceived until I'm good again.
Well, you gotta work on it. Practice it up. Get your key smashing together again.
I got some satisfying snipes with my snipers. I love
There
snipers.
you
They're
go.
so
Yeah,
fun.
it's so bad.
Snipers are really fun.
Snipers are fun. They are a little bit too strong.
You think? I mean, doesn't it
Nah,
take like
th-
1,000 energy every
yeah.
time you shoot them?
They're not too strong, but they just, I mean, when you're having to play against them, they suck.
Oh.
They do some funny things sometimes.
At the end, I forgot that I had my column repeat on degunning.
Wait, what?
He had his
Dude, I hate doing that.
his commander was on repeat, and he told him to degun something, and he's just degunning the whole
All
time.
your energy is gone. I think a calm might be like one of the only units I have. Like, I do not press that fucking re button.
I know, it's so
Repeat
bad.
button.
Oh, he didn't get better strategy in here? I saw him hop in for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I
same.
was on spec.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing a Supreme now.
Supreme.
Do I
He
gotta hop back in? I was gonna
didn't
let other
want
people
none of
play.
this funny business.
Oh, it's a P1. It's a lobster meat. Hey, they're not supposed to be here.
Repeat on comm do have use cases. It's specific for, and it's specifically for degunning. Wait, what? That doesn't sound like that's true. I've never heard of anything like
Open
that.
skill 1 with
Wait.
like 100 hours played.
It's easy. Ah, Cypher. Okay. It's easy to do that, you know? You just lose.
No, it's like a ghetto demon.
It's like legit hard to do that because you have to like be on a team where the game says your shit and then you still lose. Like,
Oh, the one OS with 100 hours? Yeah, that takes some skill.
Yeah, it happens somewhat frequently. I've seen it all the time.
Yeah, I do see it a fair amount.
I mean, the average player is bad, so
And think about it like this. Think of it as you've never played RTS in your life, and then you go into multiplayer and you want to get good at it, but you have no idea what you're doing. It'd be
So
very
that is
easy.
literally how I played Bar.
Yeah, you
That's still how I
never
play it.
played in your life.
Our Bar is the first RTS that I've
Oh,
played in
wow.
my life.
Crazy,
I
man.
Jumped right into multiplayer.
Feet
Wow,
getting
you're
roasted and
first
flamed.
that was a choice. That was a choice. Jeez.
You didn't even do any of the scenarios?
After a solid 20 hours in PvP, I jumped into the scenarios and started to not suck as much.
After getting beat so much, I was like, there's gotta be a better way.
Choose your starting location.
How are we doing
Gosh,
this?
I don't know
Are we
where I
just
wanna
playing
be.
whatever right now?
What are we doing, boys? Come on. Come on, chickens. You chickens. Fine. Okay. Do it standard. Do standard. It's fine.
What am I supposed to do back here? Air?
Yeah. Are you good at air?
No, but I
Great
No,
time to
make
practice. Great time to practice. Just play like normal, but don't really
know
build a
if they're working
con. Buy a con
Mhm.
from Sucks. And
I don't
then
understand why do they have air do that?
because otherwise your con can get shot down and it really stinks. And it's really expensive to like it's build power expensive. The air constructors
Air cons also have the worst con.
Yeah, it's the most expensive constructor because it's so fast. So getting it out early just really stinks. Especially if they send one fighter over and then wipe it off the floor. It's not fun. After that, just focus fighters. After you get T2, then upgrade
T2 fighters.
Well, no, after you
Isn't
get your
T1
T2.
fighter more efficient cost-wise?
I don't think it doesn't do as much damage, and I don't think it's more efficient. But it could be nice for soaking hits on occasion, because one shot spent on a T2 fighter or a T1 fighter is one shot not spent on a T2 fighter. If that makes sense. So
Even if you have like 5 times as many T1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really done those calculations.
I think metal for metal T2 fighters are slightly more efficient.
Right.
Battle
But
started.
I'm not sure what the mix. If you do a mix, is it better?
I've never seen that, to be honest.
Because you have both a lot of damage soaking into T1. And I'm thinking of it like tick spam, you know? Tick spam is nice when you're doing a big group of stronger units so they don't get shot down by snipers or whatever, right?
But
So
tick spam is also... Ticks are also very metal efficient, whereas fighters are not.
sure, but
Both in terms of health and damage.
but would it be better for a T1 fighter to get hit than your T2 fighter to get hit?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
But-
where the question comes in. Because you're soaking the damage with the T1 fighter.
Yes, but half a T2 fighter can also soak decently.
Yeah, but isn't a lot of anti-air AoE anyway?
It is. Yeah, me Saber, do you know? You always run tests. Find out.
Yeah. Where's me Saber?
Me Saber, test. Give us the truth. No, what? Are T1 fighters mixed in to T2 fighters more efficient than just T2 fighters solo?
Low power.
It does like 100 at T2 beats 70 and 50 T1. Not sure if that made complete sense to me, but I'll say yes to that. Oh, you're asking, does it? Yes, that is the question. T2 Fig's better versus T1 hands down. Yes, true. But what about a mix of T1 and
Aircraft
T2
spotted.
versus only T2? I'm really, really sad that we didn't do any sneaky co-op stuff this time.
Yeah, probably could have. Oh well.
It would have been fun. Just because it's different.
I have no idea where that thing came from.
Oh, the sneaky little rover.
With Crypto's with the frickin' sneaky, the sneaky snack.
That was a terrible build. Oh god damn! What did I? Fuck.
It's okay, I messed up
sorry.
like all of mine.
He was queued up on my metal.
Co-op is,
Low power.
well, T1 Figs need 3 shots to kill a vamp. These guys just... Who is a snake? Of course it's Snake!
Enemy commander destroyed.
Snake! Snake!
Snack.
He's over here trolling me to death.
Come get me, boys. Or no.
Yeah, I didn't need the comm bots. I just made my own things.
Good job, JT. Nice. Applauding your bravery.
I'm applauding your death.
That's plotting death, but sure, yeah, whatever.
Pretty morbid, but
No,
okay.
I'm applauding it because I know it's going to happen.
Come on.
Wow, go after
is
the
some-
weak. Go after the weak, guys. See how it is.
Always, you know.
Oh,
go
that
after
is
the weak, Wowie.
unfortunate play on my part. Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
You're telling me.
I feel like you're about to kill me, so yes, I am telling you.
Once you have T2 figs, you don't want to mess with T1s because T2 are anti-bombers and not supposed to be spent on enemy figs. Oh, interesting. Is that what I'm always doing wrong? Spending them on the enemy fighters. Struggling.
Snake, just build a solar. You're stalling.
Low power.
Yeah, aren't we all stalling about
You've
now?
received new units.
Hello? Earth to Snake?
Yes, Snake, Earth to you. Earth to you. Oh, thank you. Whoever sent me all of their stuff. I appreciate that. Sucks.
Oh, I meant with your comm, by the way. Just like get that shit down, but it's like you're good now, but
Ugh. You suck. You suck.
You've received new units.
Shit.
What did I receive? Windmills? People are giving me windmills? How handy. Get out of here, Snake.
oh, goodbye tanks.
Oh my goodness, man. Such an annoying run of it. Dude, these guys. Like every second I'm fighting for survival. Just grasping for straws.
Should I stockpile some bombers?
Guess it depends.
Huh, that's unfortunate.
How many fighters do we have? And do we have T2 available?
I'm nearing
An
30.
allied
do
commander
not have T2.
self-destructed.
If we don't have T2 available, then I suppose it doesn't matter too much.
Snake, you should build a forward bot lab with your commander so that you can back up your front line.
Goddamn whistler.
Four. Okay.
Appreciate the advice. If I'm silent, it's because I'm trying to execute.
You're good, brother. Thank you for.
What are you executing? Besides your sorry little self.
I'm taking feedback, sir.
Taking feedback from my impulse shells. Is that what you're doing?
Are you still salty about me killing like half your mexes in the beginning of the game?
I'm a little bit irritated by it. Yeah. A little frustrated.
Jerking off. Who's coming for that, dude?
Oh, what the fuck?
You've received
Oh god,
new
no,
units.
Snake, not
What?
converters.
Detected.
No.
What do you mean?
Never converters. Oh god.
What do you mean
Never
never
mind.
converters?
Why?
E-converters at this point in the game? Absolutely not.
I mean, storage is better, but if you have overflowing even then,
No, no.
Okay, I'm gonna need more explanation.
I won't try to explain it while you're playing. After sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, I'm at 50 fighters.
Oh, hey, there is a T2. Thank you.
You are
I also
actively
mixed in
building an
some-
E storage while you have no E.
what am I
I
doing?
also
I
mixed
don't know
in
what
some
I'm doing.
scouts and shurikens in there.
I assure
Yeah,
you,
that's
you
the
do
reason.
not have more E than you need. I assure you. Yeah. Just start shooting them with your Genesis, you know, like cycle up, shoot, and back off. Like, you just need to start using that. They got artillery and shit. Oh. Yeah,
Problem about.
use the fight command on the Janus until they shoot.
I have them all key binded all wonky.
Oh,
They got a lot more than me.
yeah, they do now. Yeah.
Getting ready for T2 there. It's gonna be a couple minutes.
I don't want to move that.
Nice. Build res bots and just start resing some of this shit. Snake. Oh, your commander back up. Oh no, no.
Oh god.
How is he still alive after that? He's so ridiculously lucky, man.
No, they're pushing too hard in. You need to just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
stop. Yeah, you just have to back. You just have to give. Yeah.
Yeah, back up.
Jobs are popping off. Let's go. Great stuff with these razors from Robert, but
Razors?
are they not called razors?
Are you talking Shuri's?
My bad, shurikens.
I was gonna say that's a different unit.
That's a different, more scarier unit.
Oh, not razorback. Sorry, I straight up meant shuriken. Like I was looking at shuriken. That's my bad.
Oh, but that's not good. That's not good at all. That's very bad.
Yeah. Just so y'all know, he doesn't even have an experimental gantry or anything like that. That was just a misspeak.
Freaking us out over here.
My bad. Shuriken.
Look on my shuriken too.
So yeah, a time like this, Snake, what I would be doing is I would be sucking up as much as you can and giving it to your tech player, because like your metal is not as useful as his. If you look at
Our tech player has almost full metal. Whether for better or for worse, I'm not saying that's the right thing, but
E was really bad this game.
I guess I was looking at Robert. He's not your tech, he's air. He's not. Red's not in the Discord, is he?
Nope.
Yeah, he's not really teching.
That's Gonky.
He's not really teching.
Gonk is on the Twitch chat, or he was anyway. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider what he's doing to be teching at all. Not at this point.
Low power.
boy.
Oh, there's a wall over there.
You know, considering no one else is doing it, maybe you should start scaling some more, Robert. Oh, actually, what am I?
I am.
It's like,
less than amazing.
Yep.
what are you doing back there?
I'm not sure.
Am I doing something wrong?
Not explicitly. Just kind of wondering what you're cooking back there.
What do you mean? What do you mean what am I cooking? I'm cooking good stuff, dude.
Bro, why you keep making it so hard for me to kill you?
Oh, me?
Yes!
Lost.
I'm making it that hard, am I? Come on.
Vic, you should give Red some energy.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I am kind of 2v1 on occasion. Like, oh, what is going on here?
Bad shit. Bad shit is going on here. Too bad. Blue's definitely saving her my ass a little bit. So thank you, Blue.
You've received all units.
Sorry.
Okay, I am broke. I did start building thrashers. My bad. Why do I have so many of these?
Three.
Oh, I'm comm sniped. Ah!
I see a lot of
Oh, they
gunshots.
got
Good
helped
stuff.
out.
Very good stuff.
No, it's bad stuff.
Oh yeah, right.
Has to be corrected, I guess, every now and again.
received new units.
Let's see, I'm wanting to just kind of chill still. Not go too aggressive. So quiet, what happened?
Try hard and sweat him.
Focusing.
Yeah, everyone's locked in.
Exactly.
I am genuinely not sure if I'm playing well or not. No, I'm pretty sure I'm playing bad.
You've received
Never mind.
new units.
Evaluated.
In seconds. That was great.
I am genuinely not sure if I should be alive because of somebody else's mercy or if I'm just... Oh god, what the hell? Okay, yeah, never mind. I see what the play was. That is why. That explains a fair amount.
Okay, that's all the build power we can
Low
afford
power.
for now. Definitely need maximizing some value here. Okay, that's all we need. More.
I feel like I should be losing harder just based on
I have some choice words for every single player in this game afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
you.
Nah,
Make
nobody's
me
safe.
sad.
Nobody
Well,
is
you're not
safe.
on my team, so it can't be me.
Well, I definitely need to go after this game for sure.
I mean, I'm spectating.
Confirmed.
I'm everyone's enemy right now.
Oh. Why do we have 4 spectators?
Class is in session, dude.
I see what's going. Okay, yep. That's gonna be problematic.
T3 unit detected.
Yep.
You know, I just want you to know, Vic, that what you're doing right now, I do not approve of.
Okay. I'm glad. I would be very, very glad to talk about it after.
No! Cypher!
Well, they can be paralyzed, isn't it?
Big
Yeah,
problems
my
here.
squad.
Not enough damage. Oh well. That's unfortunate.
At least nothing's changed. Canyon falls first.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
Wait. You guys just did you guys just bomb yourselves?
He could have eaten. Well, I would help him, but you know, kind of don't want to now.
Don't react. You got it with the comment.
Okay, I feel good about that. I am suddenly feeling a lot better about myself.
Oh, nice job.
Why did you ping it? Oh, he's not even here. Never mind. I don't have resbot, so I can't fix it.
Big. Build units. I'm gonna scream.
Do it.
So like, you saw what your 4 razors did. What if instead of that, you had like 10 or 15 more razors? The game would just be over.
Oh, you want me to end it right now?
I wanted you to
I'm
end this game 10 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Stealthy units detected.
I'm overestimating my opponents. Alright, one more. And then we're going.
Not one more, no.
One more.
Isn't that always the answer? Just one more Aphis?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Jaws, how many episodes do you think he has?
Judging by what you're saying right now, I'm gonna go with maybe 8.
See? That's what I'm talking about, dude. I genuinely think I'm doing the meta.
No.
No.
Okay, I know that I'm gonna have to hold off some mean pushes here pretty soon, so preparing.
How many units do you have that tank 10 nukes?
Huh? 10 nukes. What you talking about? 10 nukes?
Stealthy units detected.
But yeah, I mean, Vic.
Yep.
In my opinion, your eco has been on the slower side, and you have more than double the energy of anyone on their team. More than double.
Stop giving away hints. Cheater.
Actually, I kind of think this is.
Cheater.
Oh, it's
I don't
super
know,
over.
kind of feels like a bit of a GG anyway, so not exactly cheating.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
only
not
have 4
GG
million
yet.
medal lead. It's pretty over.
It's not
Yeah.
GG yet. You
I'm pretty sure 4 million
underestimate
medal should be enough.
our ability
Should absolutely
to
be enough.
demolish our opponents.
Okay, sorry. It's actually 5 million energy and about 80k metal. I was reading the wrong column.
Stealthy units
That's still
detected.
a lot.
Yeah, no, that we should not be alive. At that
Yeah,
point.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, 4 million's a lot of metal. Oh, it's energy. Yeah.
I was like, how is
That's a
that
lot of
even
metal.
possible?
That's a big number. Oops.
I'm like, I'm not an expert, but
Well, there I go. I'm done.
You
Yikes.
fought valiantly.
Uh,
You dealt and took more than like the rest of your team combined. By the way, Jaws.
isn't that how it always
You
is?
did. Like not quite, but like kinda.
Was my efficiency there? Damage efficiency
no,
69%.
It was not good. You were a punching bag.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I was doing pretty good against Snake for a while, kind of 2v1,
Why
but
did you bomb there?
Team is down to its
What?
last
Not yet.
commander.
Robert, what did you? How are you controlling your bombers? Because that was
Yeah.
really bad.
That was terrible.
I saw an Aphis, which means somebody started it, and then they stopped.
I mean, you knocked out like 9
Somebody-
construction turrets, so.
Well, yeah, somebody was building an Aphis. I didn't know if it was built or building, so I just went for it. And I
Battle
guess it was being
ended.
built, so I killed it before it was even built.
slick with the wins. Let's go.
Yeah, that was
What?
all me.
Yeah,
We're not
that's
a
all that
people.
was.
Yeah.
I was just kind of send and go. I wasn't really paying too much attention if there was even something there when I sent them.
Okay. So much.
I'm
about
ashamed
that.
of that.
Yeah,
It
let's
was
talk. Let's
upsetting to
talk. I
watch.
love talking.
talk about feedback here.
Okay.
We might wanna all spec if we're gonna be talking though. So I mean, unless we want to just give up lobby, that's fine.
Well, let's hear the
Honestly,
feedback first.
I kind of want
So
to just
teaching
like.
moment replay.
Yeah, replay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
go
start
ahead.
replay.
Yeah,
Hold on,
and then
no.
stream on Discord, or
Yeah,
he's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to control it because I'm about to fucking.
Okay.
Okay, so
God,
I
there's
was
so
doing
much.
so bad that game.
I am going to pretty heavily glaze over the like haha just eco better because like that's like a whole conversation and a whole teaching thing.
Just ego better.
Yeah. I want to give you a real answer on that. So again, we'll just have to glaze over the whole like it wasn't like done super well, you know. All right. There was a moment at like 20-ish minutes where on the top team here, I was literally watching like all of these players slowly build a fusion with like 3 constructors while these guys had aphises. Like it was the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dang, that's funny.
Like, okay, a couple of things. First and foremost, when you have other teammates like that you're working together with, and especially that you have them like in Discord, you have them on your team. As the eco player who has the most energy, you want to put your energy share below your conversion. And then you want to just give all these bozos energy because the energy that they need to play the game is trivial compared to what you're like converting. And so these frontline players should literally never be building fusions. Like that's so cringe. They should never be building fusions.
I think
Because-
that I see a
Yeah, they got
lot
reset, I
of
didn't think of that.
frontline players building fusions like all the time. Now, in a perfect world, maybe, but I don't know. Like,
I literally said when you have teammates that you trust
sure,
in the back line,
Sure.
like
What was your first?
your invoice, you're working together, right? Because again, like remember the conversion rate, right? Like if you are converting metal that or energy that could have been used to put to unit like to build something to fight, you're trolling.
Gotcha.
Uh,
That makes a lot of sense.
Like just like straight up, no exceptions, because the efficiency rating is so much worse than just using the metal. And the build power that you're gonna have in the back is so much higher than what these guys have that like and the efficiency of metal on an aphis compared to a fusion is so much better. Like once you have aphises up, these guys should never ever build fusions. Like I there's 0 exceptions.
Gotcha.
But in order to do that, like you have to like move your slider and all that, and trust that they're not gonna just like waste it, you know.
I'm not sure
but-
he's answering right now because I'm pretty sure he's talking to me.
what if? So here's a question,
I mean,
just
I'm
in
talking
theory.
general for both teams. Like I'm talking in general.
Okay.
Because everyone did this. This is
Yeah,
not one person.
This happened on our
Everyone
team
did
too.
this.
Yeah.
Um,
This is not one person. This is a general strategy team.
And the conditions for this is somebody that is like in like on your group is in the front and somebody is in the back. That's the condition. Because that means like you have, you know, you can trust someone.
Safe.
That's
So what if
basically
someone
all it is.
who's not on your team converts all of the eco's energy?
You show up to his house in real life and you shoot him in the head with a gun.
Whoa! We can't say that.
Uh,
Can't say that.
Whoa!
Are you streaming?
Yes, I am.
Might be the least family-friendly thing I've ever heard.
Okay. In Minecraft.
Okay. In Minecraft.
There you go.
No,
Maybe
but,
we
like,
can
for
get
real.
away with that.
Okay, no, but for real though, like that was a joke.
I know. Go ahead, keep going.
If somebody starts building converters, you just ask them very nicely, please don't do that. And you can explain to them that that you're giving them E and to just like build stuff, you know?
Sure.
Like
And take your bombers and wipe them out.
any decent player should like realize what's going on pretty quickly. But yeah, so let's speed
I
up
think,
a bit here.
well, we're all coming from pubs, so
Yeah.
let me just clear that up real quick. We're all coming from pubs
I know,
where we're
I know.
not really working together, so a lot of this is
I
new
mean,
to us.
I'm teaching. We're
Yeah.
improving. I don't.
No,
need
for
you to
sure. I
just
really-
what you did before.
Well, to put it in perspective, I didn't never even crossed my mind to move this slider. That's definitely my fault. But I also didn't even know how much eco I was doing until like 40 minutes into the game. I clicked statistics and I had as much energy produced as who was supposed to be the eco guy. And I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah,
And it all got
was-
converted.
Yeah, your whole setup back here was interesting to say the least. Looking at your chevrons, it looks like you're fairly new to the game, Raptor.
Yeah. I
Um,
played like a year ago.
He's doing good though. I mean, relatively speaking.
yeah, relatively speaking, yeah, I mean, absolutely. But yeah, just for example, the amount of difference, like the difference between like the amount of energy and things that everyone has here is pretty big. Like, this person is obviously not doing very well. Cypher,
He did pretty good for like where he's at, I think.
I'm just saying, like the discrepancy in how much
You're the one
resources you can have at 2 minutes. At 2 minutes, you know, like
the one OS.
Robert is, you know, ostensibly doing the same thing that you are, but is that okay?
I have a single converter.
Yeah. and it's personal. Okay, so let's talk for a second, all right? Like what this actually does. So it's 70 metal into 1 energy, all right?
Or 70 energy into 1 metal.
This was
You're
just
right.
at the time. Yeah.
Backwards. And the build power on it at 2.6. So that's what's it called?
Wait, you can see that?
Yeah. So it's the
Yeah, you gotta like hover and
the
stuff.
green. So this is, it's not quite double a wind, but it's like 80% more.
Pretty close,
like that?
yeah. Pretty close to double.
And
Yeah, it's like 90.
I wish I could back this up, but you can't ever back it up.
Yeah.
I super strongly disagree with doing this because of a number of reasons. One of them being you have a team, and so if you're not going to use the energy at this point, at this early on, someone else will. And so if you're
I'm
converting
being
this
greedy here.
energy, it's
yeah.
cringe. That's cringe, bro. That's really cringe.
There have
Hey, I'm air player. I don't want us to get bombed.
Okay, have you ask for metal?
It's one metal that I'm getting for like the 70 energy that may or may not be being converted.
Yeah, but like, not only is it opportunity cost that you could have been using your build power somewhere else, but any energy that gets converted here could have been shared to someone who's not converting.
Yeah, if you look at your team's energy, like all the yellow, they're like halfway for most of them.
Now, as much as I love that, I kind of like, I don't know. I see it as though fighters are kind of more expensive
Ask for
in
metal.
some ways. But if I ask for metal, it's now detrimentizing my team essentially.
Well, I would
This is
here.
detrimental to your team.
Well, it's not that.
so
Okay, hold up.
I see where you're coming from, Robert. But to put it in perspective, that energy converter costs you 2 windmills to build, and it costs you an ongoing maintenance of between 5 and 7 windmills.
Now, let's keep in mind though. Okay, converting energy is better than wasting energy. Okay, as
Yeah,
a team, converting it's better than wasting it. Now,
Yes.
do you need it every single game? Probably not. Are energy storages better than energy conversion? Definitely, because T2 costs so much energy.
Well, a good example is to look at the graphs on screen right now. Look at those energy bars. Nobody's wasting energy.
Yeah. Also, like,
Sure,
usually,
sure. And that
at
takes
this
a
point,
very
you should be
active
boosting
mind to be able to recognize. Sometimes in the moment, you don't get a chance to check down there on all of the team's energy bars, right? So it is something that I do on occasion, also build energy converters just so I know I'm not wasting it and our team is not wasting it, but usually I'll do it later on, not so early.
Yeah, for example, if you are, for example, stalling metal, so let's say you have
Mhm.
energy and you're stalling metal, you could literally just ask the people that are in voice, hey, can I have like 20, 30, 40, 50 metal to like
Sure.
get whatever you're doing done. Again, the strategies and the things I'm saying are when you have human teammates, ideally in voice. Like, can you expect your team to do shit when you're in a pub? No. But we're talking about like playing together, you know, like we have multiple teammates in voice on our team. And while I think that you shouldn't be doing converters in general this early, it's like triple, quadruple bad because you have, you know, you got people with you.
So it's more of an ethics thing then.
Wait, what do you mean ethics thing? What do you mean?
Well,
no,
because like
you're still in pub mentality.
of-
You gotta get out of the pub mentality. Like we're
well, yeah, okay,
talking
that's
about-
what I'm saying though. It's like kind of a double standard-ish in a way.
I mean,
Of
I'm saying
like,
it's
there's
wrong in a
two
pub,
different ways.
and it's omega.
It's
wrong
wrong
in a pub.
everywhere then. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So
That's what I say. It's wrong. It's this early. It's wrong in a pub, but it's like extra wrong because you have teammates.
okay, whatever. We
So-
keep going.
Yeah.
I just have a question. So
What's up?
basically, does that mean that for everybody on the team should have their red slider be before their conversion slider?
Probably,
As
yeah.
a rule,
Yes,
as a hard
yes.
rule.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And in fact, if all of your teammates are in voice, I would even like have a lot of your players put your metal sliders way down as well. That way, no one's ever sitting on metal that's not doing anything.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of higher level players doing that across their team, just so that basically the faster you have all of your metal spent, the more you can do with that metal that you're spending. So it's better to just
Exactly.
use it.
Yeah, because like, if you have all of your sliders set either very low or at 0, it just becomes a giant shared pool, basically.
Right.
Resources and storage aren't doing anything, right?
Well, and this
You
is
want
where
resources on the field.
I would only do the metal slider if you trust almost everyone that's in your game,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
basically everyone in your game, because otherwise you could have some newer player building T1 solar panels and using all of your guys'
a important caveat. Yeah,
Right.
energy is a lot easier to just max it
Sure.
out when you have like a fusion. Like they
Yeah.
can't use it.
It should
right?
even become common practice in pub games too.
Yeah, agree. One other thing that you can do instead of moving your metal slider is just to watch your teammates and communicate back and forth and share metal. For example, something that happened in the mid game was Snake got access to a bunch of reclaim, and there's no possible way that he was going to spend it, so he probably could and should have just sent it back
To eco.
yeah. And I see a lot of moments like that. Like that's think about this. Like if you get a bunch of reclaim, you might be like, oh, I could like go back in T2 now. You know who can do that faster than you? These guys who already have the build power.
That's a
right?
good point.
They already have the build power and the energy, and so if you get them that big booster shot of metal, they're gonna be like woohoo and go crazy, right? And this loops back into the same reason that you don't want the frontline players building fusions, because if the frontline players are given energy from the back, then they can focus all of their energy and build power on building shit, and then the backline players can keep either ecoing or doing whatever, and like
It's a
everyone has their-
symbiotic relationship.
it's symbiotic, yeah. And oftentimes, as a backline player, I will give my units to the person in front of me as long as they're not a dent head, like, because I'm high APM min-maxing whatever I'm doing, or maybe I'm doing bombers or this, that, and the other. I don't want to also do this, right? And so
I'm actually
it's both
really
ways.
surprised with how few mexes the red team had compared to us.
This game was a mess. I want to talk mostly about bigger things. I'm a little surprised, Jaws, that you and basically everyone else are using your wins like fully stacked on each other instead of spreading them out at all.
Well, basically, it's a footprint thing. A lot of times with the glitters, it's very, very compact. And if they're 2 by 2, they won't chain react fully. They'll do like maybe one
True.
chain reaction. So it's
true.
It's just, in my mind, a footprint deal.
Well, you could say that that's another symptom of you feel like you have to build reactors and stuff when you shouldn't need to.
That's a good point.
You know, because there should be less junk there, because you should have, by the mid to late game, you shouldn't have all of this junk here. You know what I mean?
Right. Like honestly, if I could have had energy coming in, I could have definitely held my front line a lot longer because I was e-stalled really hard towards the like mid, but like shortly before we fell, I was
So
really
was Snake.
e-stalled.
Snake was e-stalling really hard and doing some questionable things. It is extremely okay if you're, for example, like right here, you're fighting and you're doing stuff and you're e-stalling. Just drop down a solar. Just do it.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
It is extremely okay to do that, and I don't really see y'all doing that very often. Okay, so what do I got going on here? There's a lot to watch. Wait. Why do you have
Wait,
this?
he's already got T2 up. Oh, I guess we're 5:30 in, so that makes sense. Did we have T2 up yet?
No, we didn't get it until like 7.5, 8 minutes.
Oh
Someone
wow.
had to remind Eco to make it.
Oh no, who was Eco?
Oh,
It was
Okay,
Sucks.
So, right now, once again, inexcusable. These two players are in voice. We're both in here right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the problem that I'm about to bring up right now?
They both want T2.
No.
You should be chatting over voice instead of wasting APM typing. But we were all in mass chat, I think.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not the big. That's not the big problem here. Okay. Why does it say this?
Oh my god.
Because he's e-stalling to fuck.
He's
Yeah,
e-stalling. Right.
hard,
He's
yeah,
e-stalling. Right. This player, what do they have?
tons of
They have
energy.
They have energy. This is such a crucial timing to get these.
That's a
these
good
comms
point,
out, right? This is such an important timing, and not only is build power energy being split between these two, which you do one or the other at the same time, not both.
okay.
I find that with Eco, just having transport, so during this time is really, really hard because you need your mexes upgraded, you're sharing cons to everyone, you're transporting them from player to player, and building new cons for new players. It's very, very hard to do all of that at the same time. So,
in my opinion, it is better to go fusion before you do this.
really,
Before I start giving out cons to the team?
Yes. 2 reasons. Reason 1 is that T2 mexes cost a lot of energy, and so
It's
do
7K.
these.
Yeah.
And also, like, they also have like more upkeep and shit, and it's more valuable to your team to just flood your team with energy.
I
than
don't.
it is to.
But like the amount of metal that you earn from having mexes across the map is so much
It is.
because it's 4 times production for your entire
Yeah.
team.
I think
Yeah.
what he means is how soon it comes out. Because if you have
Yeah.
the build power for it, you can put up a fusion pretty quick. But
Yeah.
the advanced constructors actually need to travel all the way over to each individual mech and then spend like 30
And it
seconds doing each
Doesn't
one.
take that long to get your fusion up because you eat the lab.
I would want to theory test that a bit though, because it's very meta right now to go constructors for the whole team first and then fusion, and I'm curious if that's based on everyone testing it and deciding that's what it should be, or based on just it naturally settled into that without being properly tested.
I mean, honestly, this might sound like a bit of a pain in the ass, but like, I would strongly consider doing like, maybe making like 2. So like, you build 1, you start your fusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you build 2, and then you eat your lab, you start your fusion, you start your other shit. You send 1 this way, you give it to Robert, and then Robert either uses it and then he like passes it like this, then 1 goes like this. Like, if you have these players all like in voice, because like the travel time like this is not that different than, you know, like this. And they just have to start it, right? Like, they don't have to actually stay there.
Well,
Sure.
also, like, just to make a little point too, is like if you gift somebody a constructor and they start upgrading their mexes, they're gonna be energy starved too, anyways.
Yeah, like it's
Like you're
it's-
kind of
Scuffed.
Yeah.
I think it's very scuffed. I really think, genuinely, that it's probably better to just get the fusion up first.
I think that's a really good point. I'll definitely
So-
try it. Just to reiterate.
Yeah.
So what would the order look like? So I build a lab, 2 cons, eat the lab, start the fusion, and once the fusion is done, then I really focus on upgrading all my mixes and spreading out the T2.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact build order. It's been a while, and I would have to test it on glitters because the only place that I have like really practiced it is on straight. But like the short version is that you get a couple of, I think it's like 2 or 3 con turrets, and then that lets you build like this, and then you eat it, then you get the fusion. You build the energy, the metal storage and stuff. Have you ever done that where you build a metal storage and then you eat this before you build your fusion?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something with that, and then yeah, you have the 2 cons because one is here and one's doing that.
Right, I'll definitely try it and work out the kinks. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I can help you with that. I wish.
Yeah,
I could
it
tell
would
you
be
the
good
exact
to
amount, but
do
I
a test to
don't
see
remember.
like the speed at which the metal increases for the entire team, and the speed at which the energy increases for the entire team based on the 2 strategies. Because I think isn't in the tournaments they're doing, what's meta for like high level players with transitions? Do you guys know?
I'm not sure, but I will tell you right now that in this quality of game, at the very least, I'm 100% sure it's better to go fusion before passing out cons.
Okay.
I
Just
tend
like-
to agree. I was e-stalling like crazy.
Yeah, everyone
Sure.
on the team,
Yeah.
on both teams, was e-stalling.
Yeah.
Um,
That's one of the reasons why I'm such a huge advocate for a lot of T1 storage before
Yeah,
going T2 because of
also,
how
this-
much energy drain there is.
this map has a fuck ton of metal on it, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
there really
there's
is.
so much metal on this map,
Sure.
and the issue is not usually I don't have metal. It's usually I don't have energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there might be a stronger argument for prioritizing the cons on like straight, but honestly on this map I feel like there's no shot.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to mess with it.
Okay, yeah, moving on.
By the way, if other people try this in your games, those watching stream, you're gonna get yelled at, so don't do that. Wait for things to catch up across the whole entire game. If this becomes like
Wait,
consistently
what do
the
you
play.
mean? Like, you definitely should
No. Trust me. Like a 30 OS player is gonna be screaming at the eco player for a T2 con at 5 minutes. It's gonna happen.
By the way,
It doesn't take much longer than that to get the fusion up.
me Saber
It's like
in Twitch chat
7 minutes.
Yeah.
is bringing up a very good point that I don't think we've talked about. Is rushing AGO. He said it's actually a very
Oh yeah.
consistent strategy on this map.
Mm-hmm.
In Canyon, just helping out rushing
Rush
AGO because
Geo
that's
and then throw a slider down.
yeah, because that's more than a fusion worth of energy for only 1,600 metal. Or like
If you
2K,
could do a
I guess, in
T2
total.
fusion, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
for
might
sure.
actually be the perfect solution to this problem.
Yeah. So like you're saying like transport the first constructor over here to start that like ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm not sure.
That would
Saber
be
can say
faster.
it.
Yeah, that'd be faster than trying to do your own fusion in the back.
It would be. Yeah, that would require all 3 of these players to be working together though, because you need
Right.
air and tech and a canyon to be together.
But if you're doing it for like a tournament, you can coordinate that with your team.
Yeah. Wanted to mention because I was watching a snake a lot, just because I just picked somebody, and I didn't want to like cheat too much and like give you too much information,
but like this, if you're not gonna push this, you should just wall it off completely. And I also think that you probably should have put more pressure there, because as you can see, like this folds very easily to like one rocket bot, right?
Yeah.
And you just like got kind of trapped fighting Jaws.
Yeah, it wasn't very
You
nice.
kind of just like burtled back and forth here, and then I tried to like get you to like push up, but then it was kind of too late. So even right here, this is a bit of like a micro problem to a degree. Janice is one of my favorite units in the game. It's so good. The burst damage is crazy. However, it's really easy to make them feel like crap because you have to micro them pretty well. The overkill damage can be really, really big. So like 330 burst, 2 of these already overkills this, right? 2 shots from a Janice.
Right.
And several times when I saw you doing them, they would be clumped up, which is bad. You don't want them to be clumped up. And then B, you would just send in your blitzes like way faster, way ahead. And then they would take a bunch of damage. And then the saddest thing is at one point I saw your blitzes run in, take a bunch of damage, and then your Janices went up
and killed them.
And then left.
Oh.
They did not get in range.
They
and
didn't
then
get
I
in
was
range.
just like, oh no.
Yeah,
That's a
my-
key
my
binding thing,
micros pretty bad
possibly.
there.
Yeah,
it was control groups too. They were on the same control group. and I
Yeah,
was, like,
yeah. What I like to
trying
do
fix that in mid.
is separate my raiding units in one control group, my artillery units in another control group, and then my like frontline tanks in another control group. That way I can micro them all somewhat separately, because they're all
With
used
tanks-
slightly differently.
With tanks, but especially Janice, my best advice would be to give them room to turn, right? So give
Right.
them a micro path of like tell them to do like that, because once they have like acceleration and then turn rate problems, if you tell them to do this, they will die.
Yeah, they turn
You need
super
to give
slow.
you need
Yep.
to give them more of a that.
Everything
kind of a
with Armada is about swooping.
So,
Grouping is bad.
Swooping.
when I play Armada vehicles, I have a tendency to group my Janus with my tanks if I'm going with any Janus at all, just because they move similarly. Is that a good idea, or should I be separating out Janus into a burst control group as well?
So like optimally, it depends on what you're fighting, but in general, you want them to be split up because if they target the same thing, that's usually really bad. I don't remember how fast these things are. 54
I actually
versus
find, yeah, I find
75,
that doing both of them really close, like in the same group, is pretty good, because then your stouts take the hits, because they're slightly faster than the Janus, and the
Yeah.
Janus has slightly more range than the stout, so it works out pretty good as far as like damage and protection for the Janus, although
yeah,
you probably will get
over.
overkills quite a bit.
You could set them up in like Janus, tank, Janus, tank, Janus, and then you could control move them up and then back. Do you know what that does? Formation moves them.
Oh, I forgot how to do that, honestly.
So I'm pretty sure you just hold control, and then they will stay locked in formation, and they will move at the speed of the slowest unit.
I actually never knew that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I know about it, but I never use it.
yeah. So like, if you did something like a checkerboard like this, then you could go up. They will shoot the stouts, and then your Janus will shoot, and then you turn around and you go back.
It does make it hard to swoop, however.
Yeah, but it's less important to swoop because your stouts are in front.
You have to make sure you have kill power, like the ability
You
to
also- if
win
you
that
have
fight.
room, so like if you have this space here, for example, you could set up your little thing like this, and then you could swoop like this. Like I
So
said, what?
How would you play that if you don't have kill power? So like this entire game, Yomikachi was absolutely capable of wiping me, and I was just constantly scaring him off. So I had no kill power there.
Okay.
And like I can't really. I'm kind of trying to not get wiped at this point. But how do I push in past that? If I was using the Janus combo, I don't want to like completely throw it off.
Okay, so I'm just trying to see like what you have going on. You want me to ignore what you have right now and pretend that you have like what he had?
If
Or
I was
what-
in that situation, this entire game, I was in the situation where like Yomikachi could have wiped me at any point for a good chunk of it, just because they had the swarm. But if I had that against like the Janus is, in my experience, very good for when you're already winning, and it's good to multiply a steamroll. And if you don't have that, how would you play it in this case?
They're also really good at just short engagements when you're able to fall back to some sort of secured position or a line. And so right here we have these turrets, right? And so he's able to like leave the safety of the turrets and then run back. Januses are weak to being overrun because they do a fuck ton of damage and then they reload for 7 seconds, right? And so you want to do as many short skirmishes as you can. They have like the highest burst damage in the game at their tech position, and it's not even close. Like their burst damage is unreal, but their DPS is actually pretty meh. It's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah, compared to even a tank, which is, you know, double that. But
Yeah.
the fact that they can legitimately just completely delete whole piles of units, you know, two-shotting a turret and stuff like that, that's the value. If you take the short trades and kaboom. And with what he had here, I was also like really hoping that he would just like, you know, push through either way with the Janus, you know, and just shoot something. But it is definitely very fiddly to get Janus and things in this area here because they get stuck on everything.
Yeah, it's true. I hate tanks in the canyon for that reason. It's a pain in the neck.
Well,
Yeah, it can definitely be annoying. However, it's at this point, I'm pretty sure it's very. Oh, it's a minute and a half after this, or I remember because it was like 8:30 or 9 when I was like, Snake, you need a bot lab, like you need one up here, and it was kind of just like too late. One of the first things I said when I joined, like a week ago or
First
whatever,
images.
was like between 6 and 8 minutes. You should always be thinking about if you want a forward lab, either of the other one that you don't have, or to just like move the one that you have up. For a number of reasons. One
So
is
Wax,
obviously just to diversify. What's up?
Blobson wanted me to mention one thing. He said Janus burst damage is not actually that high. The heaviest burst damage in early T1 is definitely the D gun.
Hilarious.
That's
bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
Wait, also, before I forget, I just thought about this from the earlier point about vehicles in the canyon. So a vehicle artillery can just barely shoot over that big rock and hit the 3.2.
Yeah, that's a pain in the neck.
So like
That's
you can,
funny. That's funny.
like you can hit that 3.2 with a vehicle artillery over the big rock.
That's funny.
Fun fact.
That's toxic. Couple of things I want to mention here. If I look here, how many? Nice. So we do have a few. So this we have 1, 2, 3. I was wondering if anyone was bringing constructors up to the front, because you definitely should, especially as a vehicles player, because they're so tanky. Like it's really hard to lose them on accident. I am a huge fan when it comes to these choke points and stuff of the pop-up turrets. Those are super good.
Did you hear they got nerfed?
Did they?
Yes,
Are
they got
are
nerfed.
Are they bad now?
They're not bad, they're just not nearly as good. So they're more
did they
targetable
change?
behind walls, and I think they lowered the range a bit.
Hold on, I gotta look at. Click on it. Yeah, that used to be 450, I think. Range. They still do a ton of damage.
Yeah, the damage is still there.
I think if you check the changes tab, you'll
What up, Chili? Appreciate it,
should
man.
show any changes. Top right.
Yeah, changes. If you go to changes, you'll have to scroll down. I think they nerfed them in like October or November. maybe just past that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they rebalanced the Mason Thug.
Interesting.
Wow, it was that far back? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there it is. Volume and aim position will now open up.
Was that the change?
That was one of the changes. I think they also, maybe it was like a quiet shift in range as well. I thought they nerfed the
here we go.
range.
Damage while blows in range reduced by 10.
Yep, there it is. Because I think
That's
that makes
not
us susceptible to rocket
huge.
bots now or something like that.
Yeah. And when I say I love them, I mean like one. Like,
Yeah.
'cause you
No, I
don't
got you.
need a lot of them.
And in tricky spots with like line of sight issues, they're very, very strong still, especially in canyon.
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. So like a wall, like
Up against the
here,
wall, yeah.
Yeah, it's toxic. Yeah. So what was I just saying? Yeah. Getting a forward bot lab or vehicle, like getting the other lab, whatever you don't have, between 6 and 8 minutes is usually when I would like start thinking and looking at it, depending on like your eco and stuff. What's it called? Like right now is a time where things are a bit of a standoff, and I would definitely want something at this point. If I was Snake, I would be like, okay, I want to think about getting a lab soon, because it's a bit hard to break this with what you have. Well, it's not that bad. Like you could, like if you microed pretty well.
Can
like,
you switch player view? What does he actually see of that line?
Lots of dots. So many dots.
Yeah, I would probably want to drop down a radar tower or something.
A
better
cool
LOS.
alternative. Just a single rover. Just build a single rover and put it on that rock. Or
Oh,
closest
behind
you
the
can.
little rock? Yeah, that's a good
Or
idea.
even the closest possible without it even getting killed. They see so much.
Yeah, the rovers are good. Yeah, absolutely.
You could also
Or
put
if
a
you build
little.
getting a tick or something. Yeah.
You could put a camera on that rock as well. That's good for line of sight.
Cameras. I don't use these very often.
I know they are good in niche situations.
They're funny. The LOS is just not good.
It's not the best.
It's pretty small.
And the
Radar
AI
has
is
better.
stupidly good at finding them.
Oh yeah, radar is better.
Yeah. Yeah. A rover is a good point. You definitely want to have one because they have like 740 or something. It's like a lot.
I think it's just 700 because they're slightly better than radar.
LOS 620. Yeah.
That's not a rover.
It's not a whistler. What's a rover?
Upper right.
There we go. Okay.
635.
Wait, radar is better?
Yeah, it is better than these.
I guess I have a tendency to spam radars. I guess that's why.
No, I guess I was thinking of this and not this, but like
The
both are
Whistler
good,
has good
obviously.
line of sight. Yeah.
This thing
Yeah,
just
it's the same
dies.
thing.
It's annoying.
If you built if you
having a
built a
single
Whistler or
post.
two in your army just to have for line of sight, it's definitely a good strategy. 'Cause then you,
I like to have one. for
Yeah.
sure.
I always have a whistler in my army until it dies.
Only need one. Yeah, that's fair.
I never.
It's
build
usually
them.
with my
I'm
artillery. So
terrible.
what I like to do is my early con, one whistler, one artillery, and then tanks,
Mhm.
just so that I can do the early harass.
Sure.
Something that is worth noting, by the way, is if you have like an area like this where you're falling back to, you can take resbots and you can turn on repeat and have them fight back and forth, and they will just heal things and they won't run off into the middle of nowhere. Because fight for resbots is heal, and fight always is like approach within range and then stop. And so if you tell them to fight back and forth on repeat.
That's
in
a
an
better
area-
strategy than what I do. I always do the repair command on repeat, and that is harder to control the actual zone that they stay in, because it's a circle rather than a line.
You can also tell them to fight, resurrect, fight, resurrect, fight, resurrect.
Right.
You don't want them to, you know, make any heroic sacrifices.
Yeah, I find that putting them on patrol gets them killed pretty
But yeah,
quickly.
we don't need to beat this dead horse anymore about the micro. We talked about it. What are you doing here? So you go for a push. A valiant effort.
Tank? Was that tanks?
Yeah.
Tank
I managed to
pushes,
steer
yeah.
The Yomikachi's army to one side and ran half my tanks to the other.
The only
did not
tank push I would do would be like blitzes or incisors. I would never push up with like beefy brutes or pounders, just because it's so much of a metal donation. And they're
Yeah, it
too
can
slow
be.
to get the value, I think.
If it's enough to win, but
Right. If you have to
yeah.
wipe their economy like fully, if
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
have to
do it.
a lot of damage. Yeah.
Slow pushing is, in my opinion, much more profitable because they don't have any
it was
comeback
a YOLO
mechanic
moment.
with it.
Yeah. So you did build this as I suggested, but the Centurions and like the things that you were building out of this was a bit scoffed.
Use it as spam/res.
Like you want like the things that you're lacking, right? And I mean, you already had. I don't really like the fact that you had blitzes here to begin with, because blitzes are not good at fighting, and you're trying to like push a line. You're not trying to run through. And so I actually think Centurions are okay. It's just like the combination of things. It was clunky, and then a big thing that everyone should keep in mind. By the way, Snake, you're kind of just getting the short end of the stick because I'm just using you as an example. I swear, everyone's doing stupid shit. I'm just looking at you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. But it's like do one thing at a time, right? So right here, you're e-stalling, and you have a ton of metal, and the first thing I would do is obviously just beg. But if your team doesn't have energy, which they kind of don't, think it's 10 minutes and no fusion.
I'm building 3 mexes at the same time. Do you like this?
Yeah. No, I hate this. It makes me like keep myself safe, bro. Like, come on. Like, oh my god.
Okay.
And you're e-stalling with max metal. Like,
Yeah.
this is disgusting. Like, surely you
I
know this
agree.
is bad, right? Like, surely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Also, just like the distribution of your turrets, it does not spark joy. These things, like, you want to build your cluster of 4, 6, like right here. I mean, the reason is obvious, right? It's because you get all of these, and then you can build fusions and stuff.
Yeah, I move them around with a transport. I then.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea, to be honest. The tricky part's gonna be to get them back exactly where they need to be.
You can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
reclaim them and then rebuild them. Yeah.
But like, you want these to be going constantly, right? And so if you wanted to like move a couple of them around to like get these, that's fine. That's another thing,
Mhm.
right? But at this point right now, your build power and your energy is being split like 8 different ways. It's very cringe. And so let's say that this isn't happening and all we have is this, okay? Just focus on this.
Okay.
What I see is, given that your energy situation is the way it is, I would probably finish this because it's close. If it wasn't close, you would do this first, because it's more important that you get the guy moving to your teammates than it is that you finish this.
Mhm.
Because believe it or not, you actually don't need metal right now. More metal is always good. True. But when you think of like the return over time, right? It's the same reason we talked about doing the fusion first before. It's like efficiency, later, right? It's the sooner you can start metal over here is more important than you finishing this one.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
100%.
And so, just like what Snake was doing, it's do one thing at a time, and ideally do the thing that has better return. And so, I think the reason that you're trying to do this is because you wanted to take, like, you gave up your con, right? And so you
Yeah.
wanted to start all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hear you, but like, I feel like you can just barely justify this if you have like a single constructor like keeping it on. But this is almost done, this is almost done, this is almost done. And so that means you split your build power like really cringe, you know? Like,
Yeah, this is really bad. I agree.
All right, guys,
Really-
I'm gonna have to go. It's getting kind of late for me. But you guys can keep going on. I'm just saying on my end, I'm gonna have to call it for
Okay, sounds
tonight.
good.
See
Later,
ya.
brother.
See ya, Joe.
All right, thank y'all for hanging and training and all the good stuff. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys Saturday.
Sounds good.
Right? Peace.
All right, sounds good. Peace.
And as for all of you fine folks, thank you all for hanging with this testing, theory testing, all the shenanigans. Big shout out to everyone who was hanging here. Pretty cool. Huge shout out to Chili Dex. Appreciate the resubscription. Super awesome of you, sir. And also check out the new emotes that we have. We got a bunch of them for all of those channel supporters. Really appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and raid out real quick. Let's see. Who do we get? We've got I don't really know this guy, but we're gonna give him a shot. Okay. Okay. He seems pretty cool. He's got a couple people. So let's go ahead and raid him. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'll be back again on Thursday. We'll probably be doing something a little bit different. Probably streaming a different game. So if you guys want to come and check that out, feel free. It'll be a blast. And then we'll be doing some more training for Beyond All Reason on Saturday in the morning. Check out the channel to find the times and just verify the schedule. All right, thank you all for hanging. Hope you guys have a wonderful night.